Nintendo music in the background while we're talking.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just keep this going.
I didn't come prepared.
No, I'm listening to Mario Odyssey music like during this entire conversation, and so far I haven't noticed any bandwidth issues.
Lucas, buy another 24-hour pass on that sound thing.
Joy sound.
Oh God!
Please.
I showed Steve that last night.
Everybody say hello to our live listeners.
Hello to our live listeners.
What's up, guys?
I'm higher than you.
That's probably Heather. She's listening in the other
room.
Yeah,
you probably are. I'm freezing over here.
Yeah, it's actually cool. I like it. Like, this is the first time it hasn't been hot in this room since I've done Infendo, basically.
We're finally getting snow. I was wondering if we were going to get some before Christmas.
Yeah, we got like 2 feet, so shut up.
We got some up north, but not where I'm at.
We got like 4 or 5 feet, you know, just the normal amount of snow that normal Earth humans get when it snows, which is something that happens.
Neither am I.
Something that happens during the winter solstice and its accompanying months.
We only got 2 inches over the weekend, and it's all melted already, but it's all right. It's like fucking 5 degrees out right now, so I'm staying inside anyway. I couldn't even go to work today. It was too cold.
Okay, let's sync up, guys, since we're kind of starting a little bit late, and then I think we ought to go over the show notes, find out who's going to take what, and then get rolling.
If nobody has a preference,
let's sync up first, please.
Okay.
So let's all start our recordings. Everybody ready?
Ready.
Wait, let me turn off my audio on Sonic or Zelda and Rocket League. Okay, I'm good.
Mario, Sonic, Zelda, Rocket League.
Playing them all tonight.
Okay.
I am.
We're multitasking.
In 3, 2, 1. All right, Mike, where you at?
13 minutes, 51 seconds.
Okay, Steve.
37:20.
And Lucas.
33:20, give or take a second.
And Justin.
14:20.
Okay, you guys deliberate what you guys want to take. I'm going to go grab my other keyboard real quick.
I'll take the Alzheimer's thing since I lost a grandmother to Alzheimer's, so that's, you know, topical for me.
I would prefer to take Bayonetta if nobody has any objections to that.
She might.
Isn't that like masturbation anyway? Nobody gets that but us. I'll take Capcom and Square Enix for Switch and shit.
Steven,
Build a Bear. Yep, I was gonna say I've already got the rest, so why not?
And I guess that means Eugene will get Splatfest.
And Splatoon's update.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a twofer there.
Okay, so in terms of questions, does anybody here care?
Well, it seems like one of the questions is like a multi-answer anyway, so.
You mean JZ Beasts?
No, Infernos.
Oh, yeah. I'll take Infernos. I mean, that actually sounds kind of fun.
Well, won't we all take that one technically?
Well, but like somebody's gonna ask them, so like.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Sorry, I'm trying to do like 5 things here. We're trying to find a link for an article.
Who wants Corky Dogs?
I'll take either his or Phantom's. I don't understand JZ Beast's question. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna give you Phantoms because that seems like a Justin question. Steven, do you have a preference?
Yes, because I'm always the angry one.
Okay.
Yeah, no matter what the question, we shouldn't give Eugene Corky Dog because I don't think he deserves to read his name anymore.
Mike, do you want JZ Beasts or do you want minuses?
I'll take minus.
Okay. And that will leave Eugene with JZ Beast. It's so nice that we only have 5 people who ever ask us questions.
Well, that's good because JZ Beast just wrote in the chat it's more of a joke question for Eugene anyway.
Good.
So that worked out nicely.
Can you guys hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Okay, great. I was
so Lucas,
there for a second.
Lucas, I have a question for you now. Which Nintendo Fever article do you want to read during the break? Things you need to understand March 2015 regarding the redesigned PSAT set to debut. Or
debut. I love it.
Or just how much does tissue grafting of the gums charge?
Well, since I went to the dentist today, I think we should talk about tissue grafting of the gums.
Real quick before we get started, will you guys hit me with who's reading what and then what I'm reading?
You are reading Splatoon, and nobody's doing the 10 million global sales, are we?
There's 6 articles, so we have to delete one. So that might be the one we delete.
We're deleting that then, which means Steve is starting off with Build-A-Bear.
Oh god, this show's a nightmare.
We're deleting the sales one? That's like the only thing in here that's actually news.
No, I think they're all news, actually.
We talk about we talk about numbers like every other week, though.
Eugene, you actually have a choice, I guess. If you want to talk about that instead of the Splatoon 2 update and Splatfest.
You know what? Let's do that, actually, because Splatoon 2 update is, kind of
considering he cut the entire fucking Splatfest segment out of the last episode for the outtakes. Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing, actually. I'm like, well, he already doesn't like it, so we might as well cut it.
Well, there we go.
Mike, you're popular in chat right now, just so you know.
I gotta look the chat up then.
It's probably haircut related.
It started out haircut related, then got creepy.
So Steve's got Build-A-Bear. 64 is, I'm sorry, who? Mario 64?
Okay. I've got the Alzheimer's thing.
Bayonetta was you, Lucas?
Yep.
And then that leaves Mike with Capcom. All right, great. Makes sense. Cool. You guys ready?
We are all typecasted this week into our
yes, we
typical
are
roles.
That's what happens when you let us choose the topics we read.
Okay, guys. Well, I suppose we ought to get started. So let me just make a note of my Audacity here.
I will be muting Steve during the Build-A-Bear talk so that I can read my article.
Fair. All right, guys, let's get rolling. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio. This is episode 421. It is the 13th of December. I don't know why I'm giving you all these numbers, but this is where we are. Hello,
you like
everybody.
numbers.
How are you guys doing tonight? Yeah, I'm doing all right, I guess, with the numbers. We'll see what happens, Steve. How are you doing this week?
I'm doing good. It's nice to be home where I actually have stuff to do. Kind of a slow day today. Hopefully my boss isn't listening.
Oh, gosh. That's good. That's good. Mike, you're looking pretty fresh with a nice looking haircut. How much did that cost you?
It was free. Well, it cost me some other things, but it was free for money reasons. But I'm doing good. I'm hanging out. I'm playing like 4 different games right now. I've got Zelda open. I've got Monopoly loading up. I've put the game card in there. Just rocking, hanging out.
Said you were playing Chibi Robo earlier, like cleaning up some stuff or something too. I thought you said.
The fuck?
Never mind. It's a group joke. How you doing, Justin?
Good. I was trying to think of some topical quip to make, but I got nothing right now. So there was a Rory Moore joke in my head somewhere, but it isn't fully formed yet. Kind of like, yeah, I'm not even going to just move on.
All right, well, Lucas, how did we get here? I don't know, but we're here. How are you doing? Tell me about your life.
Every week is a journey, my friend. And for whatever reason, I'm along on this crazy rainbow ride with all of you. I want to get off, but I can't. So,
apparently we're not doing very well then.
I want to get off, but I'm kind of numb right now.
So we're going to start off the show a little bit different this week because we have a little bit of announcements to make. So we've been through a Patreon journey these last 7 days, folks. Yeah, Patreon kind of screwed everybody over and decided to change up their pricing. So we decided to screw Patreon over and say, fuck you, we're going to change up our pricing. So we did that. And Patreon actually just decided that they were going to not make those changes. And so we actually had a long discussion pre-show. And we actually decided to, well, Steve, why don't you tell us how we decided? Because it was kind of your idea.
So what we did was we decided we didn't want to ask you to give us back your money that you had given us before in the middle of buying all your Christmas presents. So we just decided to leave the tiers lowered for the month of December. Those of you in the $10 and $20 tiers are still getting your upgrade on top of that. So Merry Christmas. And starting January, we'll get back to your regularly scheduled program.
And I guess we'll be re-asking all of you who are at anything above a $1 tier for the third time to switch over back to what the tier should be.
Don't
blame
blame
Patreon.
us. Yeah, don't blame us. Blame Patreon. Blame Eugene.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can blame me. That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Blame Eugene for trying to be accommodating and Patreon for fucking us over.
Yeah, but really, thank you behind the scenes for all of our people in the Discord. A special thank you out there to Minus, because he actually did all the math for us on that. So sorry that you had to do all that math and everything, and it's gonna be going back. But thank you very much for that discussion behind the scenes. We really appreciate that, and understanding what we were going through. So
if we had any say in the matter, we would never had to do it. But fucking Patreon wanted to try to be good, but didn't make considerable thought about it. So yeah.
Well, and to be fair, they said that their content creators are going to be involved in the new process of whatever they're going to do in the future. So hopefully it'll be a little less dramatic.
Yeah. But to be fair, they also said that this was all about their creators, and their creators flat out said we don't want it. So, I mean, kudos to them for correcting it before they even did it. I think we all knew that Patreon was going to fix itself at some point. I wasn't expecting it to happen before the change actually went through, but it just goes to show you that if enough people hate something online, you can get rid of it. So,
yeah,
almost.
Yeah, we still have a president hanging around there. I don't know why I'm so shy to make my political jokes today. It's been a weird week for me.
You're telling me I got chased by a monster truck. Anyway,
before we offer an invite to anyone who has the Monopoly game on Nintendo Switch, I'm going to be playing if anyone wants to play that online with me.
Oh God. Okay, guys.
Whoever wants to
say
do that.
Build a podcast here and talk about some news.
Yes, thank you, Lucas. Let's get.
I thought we were having some number discussion.
Oh shoot, I forgot.
I wasn't gonna kill his segue, but I guess it's already killed. So I guess I'll go. So let's get into the news, y'all. The Nintendo Switch has reached freaking 10 million sales, or 10 million in global sales. So that's really freaking good for 9 months, man. I mean,
really cool.
That's crazy. So I don't know that I for one didn't expect it to grow that fast. What coming off of the Wii U, and it's like paltry 16 million, but
I mean, we haven't even
13.6.
Yeah, we haven't hit the holidays. So we've still got another 2 weeks of holiday shopping to do. We've got tax season coming up. I mean, it is on course to possibly tie with the Wii U in its first year, or at least within its first 15 months.
I gotta say, being a Nintendo fan is a roller coaster ride. I remember in high school when the Wii was a thing, and it was selling great, but everybody was saying the Wii is selling all these garbage games and it's not going to do well, and Nintendo's dead. And I was like, oh my god, I have to realize that there might be a time in my future where Nintendo's not around. And then the Wii U happened, and it was happening, but we all figured it would troll around. And then suddenly 9 months later, they've sold 10 million new units of a Switch. So it's a freaking emotional roller coaster, supporting this company. You never know when it's going to be good and when it's going to be bad, and you can't predict it, because the last generation of consoles would make you think that this was going to be a rough ride, but this is going really well. So
yeah, I remember when I was in high school and the N64 was.
Gosh,
I was 8.
I mean, we. Going back to the Wii, we really kind of have the Wii to thank for the fact that the Wii and the DS to thank for the fact that the Switch even happened. Because for any other company, the Wii U could have been the end of it. But because Nintendo, gambled on their waggle gimmick, and to be fair, released some pretty spectacular games for the Wii and just banked billions on it. They were able to ride out the storm that was the Wii U and early 3DS years, and yay,
Well, and I think the fact of the matter is that the Switch is a quality console, you know? I mean, it suits hardcore players more appropriately than I think either the Switch or the Wii U did. It's got a better library because it's been doing well. And it's really cool. I mean, people like the portability aspect, you know? It attracts customers. So all three things kind of going for it.
I don't even like the portability does very little for me because I don't go anywhere. But I mean, it is kind of nice to be able to play on the couch when, the kid's watching something or, sitting with my girlfriend at the end of the day, take it to bed with me. I'm playing Breath of the Wild again makes me kind of wish I had held out for the Switch version of that because I would like to, play that in bed, but
I just find that there's a lot of interest over the Switch for people my age. Like, I go to work and I talk to people, and they all talk about how, like, yeah, I really need to buckle down and get a Switch because there's a lot of games on it I want to play, and it's really cool, and I like how it functions. Like, you didn't hear any of that with the Wii U. If you told people last generation that you had a Wii U, you were in, like, the joke console that didn't matter, you know? But now Nintendo's actually, like, a player again. It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the Switch is, a lot of people, when people make the argument, oh, well, the graphics aren't that great, it's basically a tablet and everything. But I mean, one of the reasons it's so successful is, yeah, maybe we're not getting the Ultra HD remastered version of Skyrim, but shit, you can play Skyrim on the toilet now. You can take it to work with you. So yeah, you're getting last generation's version of it, but it is completely portable, or you can play it on your TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I was actually having this conversation, with my friend the other day, because he was living with a roommate, and they were sharing a video game consoles and stuff, so they had an Xbox One, and he was asking, so what should I do? Should I get another Xbox One so we can all play games together still? Because, we still play games online. Or should I get a Switch because, like, we can still play games online, but I can take it with me. And
I can play the same games with each other.
Right, yeah. And then what I told him was, I was like, look, you can get an Xbox One and a bunch of games for, as much as you can. The Switch is going to cost you, but the Switch is portable, and that like has changed like everything. Like I take my Switch to places that I wouldn't think I would take my Switch. So yeah. I don't know. You just have to. It's just crazy, and I think the numbers show that people are, seeing what the Switch is and wanting it.
And just to throw one more point in there, I had a conversation today with some of our listeners in the Discord, and I was talking about how I was playing Breath of the Wild. I started it over, and I quit by like the first shrine because But
oh my god, I love it.
But I was talking about how I wanted to play a Zelda game, and playing it on the Switch beat out the fact that I would rather be playing any other Zelda game. There's just something about the Switch that makes you want to play it, I don't know if it's just that the controller feels right or the portability, but like I want to do everything on my Switch. If a game isn't on the Switch now, it's like an immediate drawback for me. And I'm just thinking, why isn't this on my good system? My system that can literally do everything that I want.
I mean, save for Mario Odyssey, I don't have too many incredibly interesting games on my Switch, but I still play it a lot because of its convenience.
Right.
Well, and I noticed the same thing Lucas was saying when I was working on Game of the Year stuff last night. I forgot about everything that came out on 3DS because it's not on the Switch.
Right.
So. I was playing Mario Party the other day, and I was like, why didn't they put it on Switch? Why did they put it on 3DS? Like, I want this on my Switch.
Yeah.
Why is it not on
And I know it's an obvious point, and we've all made it, but you know how easy it is to fucking play games on taking a shit now? Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like my Wii U don't go through the wall. My 3DS has a battery that dies the second I unplug it, so I got to keep it plugged into the bathroom wall so I can play fucking Pokemon in the morning. But now I can bring my Switch with me, take a shit for like 2 hours, and still have battery left. Thank God, barely, but still have enough.
You know what else you can take places with you, Mike?
Please do it, Steve. Please.
Build-A-Bears. You can take them.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
You can, but you might get beaten up if the street gangs see you carrying them in public. So
that was a weak segue, bro. You can do it again.
We needed it badly.
Do it again.
We had the timer like 5 minutes ago. I was just trying to get somewhere with this.
All right, Steve, you said it. Why don't you take us away?
So speaking of Build-A-Bears, they sent out an email to all of their subscribers today and tweeted out and everything that Mario is coming to Build-A-Bear. So they've got a Mario bear, which is basically, it's a bear, but it's got a Mario suit like on it already. They've got a Luigi costume that you can put on any other bear, and then they've got Yoshi and Bowser that you can have stuffed. In addition to that, Luigi
But I
costume,
can't stuff Peach.
You can't stuff Peach, but you can stuff a bear and dress it up like Peach. They've also got the Peach costume. What?
Sounds kind of gay. Sounds kind of gay. I can stuff a bear dressed like Peach.
Oh dear, I'm not even going to touch that one, Mike. Justin, you want to take that one? It's hopefully they just put the part where you stuff Yoshi in a better spot than they put it on Bulbasaur, because that was not a pretty sight.
I just heard my name as I turned my headphones back on. What?
Never mind. Joke's past. They've also got a Super Mario World shirt you can buy, as well as a mushroom, an egg, and a star. All I can say on this topic is thank God they're not Pokemon, so I don't feel like I have to buy them.
My girlfriend Heather, she saw this on Facebook or Pinterest. I don't know, one of those things that she looks at, and she saw the Yoshi one. She's like, "Oh my God, we have to get it." So probably gonna be getting Yoshi myself.
Yeah, my wife wants that one as well, but I don't know if she is actually going to buy it. Is the problem? So
my girlfriend has no care about any of this.
Mine neither.
I'm single, and I don't know, somehow, like, no judgment, but like I personally don't buy many stuffed animals these days. Like if I get them as presents, I'm ecstatic. I got a bunch of Yokai Watch Christmas like little figurines, and I was all thrilled about that. But yeah. But, like, I don't know. I don't buy many stuffed animals these days. So I think I'm probably going to take a pass on the Build-A-Bear thing.
This
Mike holds up.
4-year-old, by the way, so no snide comments. He just
Well,
had
Mike
on
is
the couch while we
holding
were
up.
talking about it.
Mike's holding up this plush Yan Kutku that I bought him for Christmas. Truth be told, I would take any Monster Hunter plushie. I love those things. Like, if you ever don't know what to get me as a gift, get me a Monster Hunter plushie. They're like $20 and they're amazing. So.
They have Monster Hunter Amiibo in Japan.
I'd rather have the plush.
Yeah.
They have Monster Hunter Amiibo in Japan.
I'd rather have the plush.
Groundhog Day, everybody. I'm
waiting for like our listeners to rewind and think that like we just like, oh my God, the audio track skipped. They found a way for digital audio to skip.
I was going to say it again, but
Ned?
There's also a Toad you can buy too. I forgot to throw that one in there.
Isn't there? Did we say Bowser? I was
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Not listening, but yeah, I like the Bowser.
I wasn't listening to my own.
The Bowser looks interesting. I don't know. They're expensive though, aren't they? How much are those motherfuckers?
They're anywhere from 28 to 35, depending on what you get with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember getting a Build-A-Bear for my kid a few years ago, and it was like 35, maybe even more.
What they do though is they get you with all the add-ons. So like you can get the sounds, and that's like an extra $7 or $8. Then they can make them smell, which nobody ever does, but they try and sell it to you anyway.
Smell? Like what?
Oh yeah, dude. I was watching this girl sell one a few weeks ago when I was getting a Bulbasaur, and there's these
mine smell like Yoshi.
Ooh, there you go. There's like
that's not where I thought you were going with that.
Me either. There's like these 7-year-old kids that are getting their first Build-A-Bears. Like? And the lady's like, yeah, what do you want it to smell like? And then she turns to the parents, oh yeah, by the way, that's $7 extra. I'm like, what the hell?
So real quick, if you're a parent out there with a teddy bear sized child, this is a great opportunity to get a Mario or Luigi costume for like $20. So
that is also true.
Throwing that out there for any of you new parents who desperately want to dress your child up but don't have the funds to buy real costumes.
Or Peach.
Build-A-Bear
do
is
that one
selling
too.
them.
I'm waiting for like Eugene to like go to a Build-A-Bear workshop and find out how much it is to like get a scented Build-A-Bear. Fucking buy it without the scent, take it home, like get like a little nug and like just shove it up into the Build-A-Bear and let it smell like weed for like another month.
Yep, that's what I do. Justin, why don't you take us with the next news topic?
Oh, God. Speaking of things that stimulate your brain, the University of... Lost my notes. The University of Montreal.
great university.
That sounds like the type of university I would go to, honestly. The University of Montreal did a study on senior citizens, elderlies. What's the politically correct term from them? Old folks. The brains of old folks. They took 33 volunteers aged 55 to 75, split them into groups. One group, pardon me, one group had to learn how to play piano. One group was the control group. They did nothing, which is, my favorite kind. And the third group had to play Super Mario 64 in 30-minute sessions. They did this over the course of 6 months, and of the three options, learning piano, playing Mario, and doing nothing, the Mario group actually had the best mental stimulation. So they're thinking that maybe playing Mario 64 could actually help fight off Alzheimer's disease, to read the headline word for word completely by accident. Which, as somebody who lost a grandparent to Alzheimer's disease, so it's in my genes. That's pretty cool to know. I always knew this hobby would, have its benefits someday.
I mean, I feel like we should.
I can't wait to show this article to my mother, who spends hours playing Dr. Mario and has since it came out on the original Nintendo. I'm like, see, Mom, maybe this is why you didn't end up getting it.
Right?
I kind of have two fill-ins here. I feel like the first one is we should preface this by saying that obviously science is imperfect, and there need to be a ton more experiments before we can definitively say that playing Super Mario 64 does anything for Alzheimer's. But I will say that I do think video games have a place for that kind of thing. I've heard all these reports that apparently the daily repetition of gardening is supposed to be good for your aging mind and stuff like that. I can see it. Playing video games can be a very mentally engaging thing. Having to correlate your hand-eye coordination into a character that you're controlling. Depending on the game you're playing, I can definitely see it.
Yeah, I've watched my older kid grow up playing video games. Started out playing Skylanders, and he gets stuck and stuff like that. And now he's playing Breath of the Wild and The Wind Waker all by himself. Every once in a while I have to help him with something, but it was so long ago that I played this game. Most of the time I'm like, I have no idea if I did this. I don't remember the answer. Just figure it out. And he's done 2 or 3 of the divine beasts, a whole bunch of the shrines all by himself. I mean, he's 7 years old, and I'm like,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm like, that's pretty. He's beaten Ganon without any help from me, other than to say defeat more divine beasts and
Nice.
get him do more shrines. But yeah, I mean, and I'm sure, he has trouble in school, but that there's certain things in school that he is really good at, and I can definitely see where playing these games has helped his ability to focus on a task, figure it out in his head, and hell, doing some of the new shrines in the Champions Ballad would really cook your noodle.
Sure.
So, question for all you guys, I guess, then. How many of us grew up playing video games? I don't have a memory of before I played video games. That's just included in my childhood.
I mean, when I
with all of you,
one of my
Justin, you're old,
memories,
that's why.
Yeah, I was one of my earliest memories is playing Donkey Kong and Ladybug and Pepper 2 on my family ColecoVision. So I go way back.
I was just gonna say one of my earliest memories is playing freaking Ninja Gaiden on NES. Yeah, that was one of the first games that I remember playing. So yeah, that's
which is why you're good at sports and not reading.
Yeah, and same for me. I remember going to my grandpa and grandma's house and fighting over the Atari. We'd play Donkey Kong, we'd play Space Invaders, and going to all my cousin's house and playing the Nintendo and getting my first Nintendo. So,
yeah, I mean, my earliest memories that I have of video games was playing Dr. Mario, Kirby, and DuckTales and stuff, and then playing Mario 64 not long after that. Like and Mario NES, but like fucking like the video games may be burning my eyes to the point where I'm no longer like perfect vision, but at least my brain is.
Yeah, that's what's ruining your vision.
Hey, and they making me quite skilled at something else though.
My youngest has just started like really playing video games. He just turned 4, and he played Kirby's Adventure for the first time today and got through a couple levels all by himself without any help. Couldn't believe it. This is the kid who a couple of months ago couldn't figure out how to, move correctly in Super Mario Brothers, and he's beating levels in Kirby.
It's gonna make you feel real good when you find out that he's like actually like getting all the secrets in those levels too, and like getting the hidden unlock buttons and everything. And because like as a kid, some of those fucking levels like piss me off. Like I didn't realize there's one level you need to get a hammer, go into the underwater portion, fucking use your hammer to break a block, go through that door. I'm like, oh my god, I finally figured it out.
Quick, somebody think of a segue.
Oh god,
we're rambling.
Mm-hmm. Hey, all I know is I fucking speedrun Mario, so I guess I'm good for Alzheimer's. I guess I'm set for life.
Yes, all right. Let's reel it in. Let's move on to our next news topic. I believe you're up here. Lucas, why don't you tell us about actually some really exciting news that happened?
Get hype. This is, in my opinion, this is the most exciting news of the week that we're going to talk about. Platinum Games hit us with a beautiful double whammy at, what was it called? The Game Awards.
Those things.
First, we're getting Bayonetta 3, and it's going to be exclusively on the Switch. So that's amazing. Second, we're getting Bayonetta 1 and 2, also on the Switch. So that's equally amazing. Because Bayonetta is by far one of the greatest games that you've never played. Why haven't you played it yet? Go out and play it. It's so good.
I love that Bayonetta has basically become a Nintendo character at this point.
Like, and this is
just
extra,
so not Nintendo.
It's an extra good bonus for me because Bayonetta is my main in Smash, and I have never been better at playing a character than Bayonetta. So, like, the fact that now we're getting another exclusive game on a Nintendo system tells me there's a really good chance she's going to be in the next Smash Bros.
I'll actually play it this time around. Now that it's on the Switch.
I still need to play Bayonetta 2, but I already have it on the Wii U, so I'm not going to get it again.
Bayonetta 1 and 2. Go ahead, Mike.
Like, have you seen the collector edition? Like, it's so fucking nice looking, and you get some of those like little witch cards and shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, I want all of it. Like Bayonetta 1 and 2. Each game that I played, I started it, I picked it up, I got bored or I quit or something for like half a year, and then I pick it back up and I go through like the other 5/6 of the game, and I freaking love it. I did that with the first one, I did it with the second one, but my god, they are so good. Like the story is top notch, the gameplay is super fun. It's a great series. I can't wait to see what they do with the third game. So I'm really excited. Like I'm
excited to find out how they do the story because like Bayonetta is done. Like the story is wrapped up.
Well,
like and have you seen? I'm sorry, I don't want to keep cutting you off. Have you seen the trailer for like the small teaser they did for Bayonetta 3? Like it's not gameplay, but like fucking they show Bayonetta getting her ass kicked by something, so like that's exciting.
Well, the thing is, and forgive me for those of you who don't care or know of Bayonetta, but like the second game does kind of tie everything back together because it kind of loops into the first game. But Bayonetta still exists; like she can still go on with her life, even though we're in like an infinite loop and everything with the first two games. But we've had we beat. What was it? Jubileus. Was that the god of heaven or the god of earth? I think it was the god of heaven. And then we beat the god of hell in the second game, I think, because then Rodin goes and does his little thing. And then we met God in the second game, and he's like halfway the final boss on earth. So like there are 3 different universes. So maybe the third one will be more hell focused because that's kind of the only one that hasn't had like a final boss god yet. But I don't know. I'm so excited. Like I love Bayonetta so much. So
I have to say I'm more excited about the Bayonetta 1 and 2 because I haven't really like fully played those. I played a little bit of Bayonetta 1. I own Bayonetta 2. Haven't really gotten into it. So I think now's the time to actually finally get those beat them, experience the whole story, because it's going to be on the Switch, you know? I mean, like you said, we're saying in the segment before, I want everything on the Switch.
We don't have a confirmed release date for 1 and 2 yet, do we?
February 16th.
Oh, thank God, that's coming up. I will be saving my money and picking that up as soon as possible. Like, oh God,
Justin,
if you get,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
If you get Bayonetta 2, it comes with a download code for Bayonetta 1, physically. The only way you can get Bayonetta 1 on a cartridge is I think you have to buy some kind of like European version or Japanese. I forget what it is.
It was the Japanese special edition, if I remember right.
Yeah, because every other thing either comes with a download code, or if you buy it online, like digitally for Bayonetta 2, you get a discount on Bayo 1. So, like if you're a collector, fucking get that shit, man. God, it looks so beautiful. I'm so excited.
Eugene, you had a question?
And amiibo support.
Me?
That was my next question.
You said that I remember you were playing Bayonetta at some point. Were you playing 1 or 2?
I finished 1. I have not started 2, which is why I muted Lucas for a good 5 minutes there. Not that the story makes any sense to me whatsoever, so I don't really consider that major spoilers. But I like going in as fresh as possible. So
I just do want to say, for those of you on the fence, like it's not as bad as people make it out to be. If you're a complete and total prude, there might be some issues, but it's not like an overly sexualized, like, you're gonna have a nightmarish time kind of experience. Like, it's mature.
It's almost crossing the line twice. It is so over the top that you can't take it seriously, and that's what I love about Bayonetta is that it's very self-aware.
It doesn't have that same kind of like people talk about it like it's like the devil of games when it comes to like sexual content, and it's flat out not. Like, it's not that bad. But I will say,
Dead or Alive and Extreme Beach Volleyball still exists, people.
Yeah, there's much worse. But in terms of like a game with a narrative, like that game does such a good job for me of filling a slot that like no game has been able to do for years for me when it comes to like storytelling. Like it is a good game if you're looking for a story. So like give it a try. Yeah. It's so much fun.
I think,
and like, I love it because
I actually buy.
I first played Bayonetta 1 on a Switch, or not the Wii U, and like it was the very first game that like had like that profanity like right off the bat. Like the minute like the first cutscene starts in Bayonetta 1, like the opening. And like fucking Bayonetta comes out of the casket. That fat guy's like, "What the fuck is this shit?" I screencapped that shit. Put it on me verse. I was like, "What's up, Nintendo? Ban me now!" And then I deleted it. I was afraid I'd get banned.
The one and only time you were afraid to get banned.
Pretty much,
Mike, why don't you take us into our next topic and tell us why you might get banned from Twitter because you're going to be tweeting at Capcom.
Speaking of profanity.
Let me put the Wii U down here for a second. Let me put Monopoly away too.
How many games are you playing?
Jesus.
3.
Good God.
He's really enjoying his time off.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, right.
So for the good news, bad news, good cop, bad cop. Let's good cop this first. Square Enix. I was trying to find a news source, but I couldn't find it. It came out before, or right after Capcom said something. But Square Enix, in a press conference or a business meeting or whatever, like really expressed how much they want to support the Nintendo Switch, and they want to like put a lot of their franchises, like on the Switch, like maybe bring back some older ports and like gradually work their way up. So people are automatically like, "Oh, Kingdom Hearts," or "Oh,
Dragon Quest,"
Tomb Raider," "Oh, whatever." And that's pretty cool. I mean, I like that Square Enix is, saying that. They haven't really shown a lot to back that up. But in a way, that's also nice because they can't really, like break our hearts by not doing anything at this point. So, yeah. I mean, if Square Enix puts some of their new and old franchises on the Switch, like by all means, go ahead. That'd be fucking great.
I do want to insert that we did get Dragon Quest Heroes, at least in Japan, and I know that we're getting builders. So,
I always forget Dragon Quest is part of Square, so that's my fault.
It's the Enix and Sweenix. But yeah, so we got some support. It's not as heavy as it could be, and I think we're getting, or at least I know Japan got like the Dragon Quest 3-pack. So there's at least Japanese support, which is a start. Oh yeah, that's them too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so Square has given us some games, and they're decent games, and people seem to enjoy them. So, like I said, we can't really be too upset at Square because they're sticking to their word so far. They seem to enjoy making games for Switch, and they love talking about it in a positive way. So good on them. I like them for that. Let's go to Bad Cop time. Let's have some fun.
Capcom.
But then there's a bad side. So Capcom, the CEO of Capcom, wants to bring ports of games to the Switch that have never been on a Nintendo console. They've said that, in those kind of terms, like things that haven't been on before. So like no GameCube, Wii U, anything. So what we'd get is like, I don't even know what we'd get out of that.
Street
But we all
Fighter
know
6.
Oh my god, Street Fighter would be great. Like Street Fighter is the lesser of the fighting games in my mind, but whatever.
Disagree, but
it's okay. It's okay. You can fucking button mash and be bullshit and beat me in Tekken, so clearly it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. So like, where's your top tier fighting game now?
That's what's great about Tekken.
It's all right. It's all right. I can fucking Daigo you in Street Fighter. It's whatever. I got those moves, bro. But anyway, so really, I don't fucking care what Capcom wants to bring to the Switch that hasn't been on Nintendo before. Because like, how about you bring something that have been on Nintendo before? I feel like there's more of those games than there are games that haven't been on a Nintendo console. Like, we've gotten some kind of Street Fighter before. We've got Mega Man, obviously. We've got Resident Evil. We've gotten Monster Hunter. Have we got Devil May Cry? No, we didn't. That'd be nice.
That'd be good.
Devil May Cry's not Capcom though.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not.
Oh wait,
Yes,
I'm sorry. I'm thinking Dead or Alive. Just don't pretend I didn't say anything. Go on.
You never left the Bayonetta discussion.
But I don't want to beat the dead horse of anger for me, but fucking as I hold on to my beautiful Yankaku, bring Monster Hunter, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I mean, they already announced that Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection is coming to Switch, and hey, most of those Street Fighter games have never been on the Nintendo system.
Well, and I do want to play like counterpoint.
Phantom brings up Dead Rising, another Capcom franchise.
Oh yeah, Dead Rising would be dope.
I'm honestly really happy with the Mega Man support that we're getting. I know you're not, but like I like that we're getting like every Mega Man game and every Mega Man X game in like one or I guess three.
But you know what we're not getting?
Mega Man's not my thing, but
there are a lot of 3D Mega Man games we're not getting. Like where's Mega Man Legends? Where's fucking Mega Man on the GameCube? That fucking like Mega Man, not Battle Network, but whatever the fuck it was called.
Okay, well, a lot of the Battle Network games were on the Wii U, and maybe they didn't sell well. I don't know. But in Mega Man Legends, I don't think anybody would actually buy. Like, I love it.
Popular on the PlayStation, but
see, I love it, but it's just it's not a very well made game. I don't know personally, like just as somebody who's always kind of liked Mega Man, like that's kind of like the Capcom series of choice for me. I like it. Like I like that we're getting all the Mega Man games that, in my opinion, matter. You know? Yeah, he wrote.
I want Mega Man. I want Mega Man Soccer. That's all I want. Then I'll be happy.
I'm glad that Capcom is saying at least putting their the first steps in, hopefully with these Mega Man packs to just start giving us anything. Give us some games, man. Because like Lucas said, I don't know if he said it on the show last week or if it was in the group chat
before the show this week.
No, but you said something about how, like, despite Capcom hating you, like Capcom's like one of your favorite developers, and I feel the same way. Like, I feel like Capcom hates me, but like they make the best games, or some of the best games,
Joe.
Like so.
Bring Beautiful Joe to the Switch. Make
a new Beautiful Joe.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
That'd be a system seller.
Give me some Phoenix Wright games on the Switch, man. Like,
those will sell for sure.
I've never even played Phoenix Wright, but if it's on the Switch, I will buy it because like I am on a Switch buying spree. Like fucking like earlier today, like Nintendo Life or whatever posted some random reviews of some really like some shovelware kind of games, but they look kind of cool. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll buy them. What the hell? It's on the Switch.
Well, that's the interesting. That's the interesting thing about Capcom is that like we're getting a ton of Mega Man support, but Capcom is like the Nintendo of what would they be, third parties. like they have a ton of different franchises that they can go with.
Right.
And all we're really seeing from the Nintendo side so far is Mega Man and like Monster Hunter in Japan.
And Street Fighter in, and
yeah, like
to
the
be fair,
loosest
I
terms.
like Street Fighter, and I'm happy that we're getting the collection. But
it still feels like
something new.
Yeah, it still feels like why not just give us like a new Street? Like we got Street Fighter 4 on the 3DS.
On the 3DS,
why not give us,
and it was a
why
great
not give us
version.
Street Fighter 5 or 6 or whatever the hell is out now? Like that's the thing for me. Like as much as I'm excited about the Mega Man games, like 11 is cool because it's a new game. Like why not give us new stuff? Why does it have to be ports that haven't been on Nintendo systems before? Give us stuff that we've never been able to play before that we don't own on other systems.
Right. Exactly. Okay, all right. Well, that was our timer, and that was actually our final news topic. So we're going to take a little break right here. We're going to let Steve prepare to school us in a little game of Nintendo. So we'll be right back.
I'm going to go fix myself my eggnog since, got to participate in the Eugene drinking game.
Oh, God.
Will Mike be able to retain and reclaim his Nintendo's World Championship? Or will Eugene come back and try to win again?
I like how you throw Eugene in there when I won like 5 in a row.
Yeah, but Eugene and I have been having a little bit of a
moment
thing with Nintendo's. And plus, Lucas, like, I'm Macho Man. You're the Hulk Hogan of my Macho Man. Like we fight, but we're always on the same fucking tag team when it comes to like tag battles.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
Like we're the NWO before NWO was a thing, and like everyone on this chat has no fucking cares what I'm talking about.
I thought you were talking about NWA, and I was really confused. But okay, yeah, I got you.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
Steve, do you happen to need to test your... Oh, Steve's gone again. What was going on with Steve?
For some reason, everyone else sounds like robots, and I can't understand everyone. Might need to save my audio and reboot. Gonna try rebooting.
Okay. Well, there you go. Open up my chat, and I'll get my answers.
Of course, it would be when he has to host Nintendo's.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, everybody who has suggested a song on a Patreon, put it in the YouTube chat so I can see it and I can just guess them all.
I wish that we all had like ready access to sombreros so we could just all put them on and he could come back on the live chat and be like, "What the hell is this? Why is everyone wearing sombreros?"
Oh, hold on, I got a hat.
Yeah, but see, if we're all just wearing different silly hats, like it won't. Oh, wow, that's actually pretty damn close.
Oh no!
I have a straw hat somewhere in my closet. I could try to find it.
Awesome.
I don't have a straw hat.
Well, you better fucking get one.
How do you not have a straw hat? You live in New Mexico.
I've got a regular hat.
But, like, it's hot and there's sun. You need a hat with a heavy brim that can hold the weight of the heat and keep the heat from being on.
So, this will show my New Mexico, I guess. So, I usually, when I was working outside, had a hat, then had a wet handkerchief draped over my the back here, so that would cover my neck and everything. So that's way better than a sombrero.
That is like the most stereotypical thing I've ever heard, and I kind of dig it.
Ain't it?
That would be like me driving around in a pickup truck with a big old American flag in the back, shouting obscenities at my neighbors.
Shouting obscenities over somebody's bumper sticker that's driving in front
Maybe,
of you.
You never know.
Well.
Oh yeah, so there was a Rocket League update today, and you also download that. It kind of makes the handheld version a little bit better.
Isn't it also like a winter update? Like now we can get like snow designs and stuff or something?
Yes, I was looking at that. I want to get online and get some of those.
Well, actually, actually, the Splatoon update just came out too, so now they have like the clam attack mode in ranked mode.
Yeah, which doesn't. I saw a video for it. I saw like their trailer for it. It doesn't look as cool as you made it sound. I'm still gonna get it, but like you made it sound like there's like a fucking like a death match. But it seems as you got to collect clams and shoot people.
You shoot people, they drop clams. You collect those and bring them back to your base.
No, you throw them at the other base.
Well, you put them in a base, but you get the clams by killing people. Like it's the closest thing we've had to a flat-out deathmatch so far.
True. Doesn't matter. I'll still play it eventually. I still got to get to level 10 though, so I can't really fucking do anything.
I just like that they're giving us more ranked matches.
Just on your phone?
Well, he's muted, so Justin is a floating can of eggnog. So
somebody once told me.
This will be interesting because normally when I do my alcoholic eggnog, I mix it with non-alcoholic eggnog, so it's not quite so strong. My non-alcoholic eggnog was dated like a week ago, so...
Wait, they sell pre-packaged alcoholic eggnog?
Yes. My personal favorite, Evan Williams.
Huh.
Steve can't unmute himself.
Okay, well now...
It is.
But yeah, I'm on my phone while my computer restarts.
Made with Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, blended whiskey, rum, and brandy.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say made with Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And so since I cannot dilute this with regular eggnog without getting violently ill, Eugene, kind of tone it down a little bit. Or I will end up violently ill for other reasons.
Control that potty mouth, mister.
That's funny. Okay, computer's restarted. I'm just getting everything back up and running now.
Tyrell wants to know aren't you supposed to be good with computers or something?
Yeah, that's what they tell me. I don't know why they hired me for this job, but, you know. Yeah, Tyrell, I know you can hear me. You know what we do when we can't fix a problem. We reboot it and try again.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces passing on down.
Labor and sex industry.
Staring out the window, making my way, chasing the way through the crowd.
Do I get a point if I guess what they're singing?
If you need to guess that, I need to fucking kill you.
I don't need to guess. I just want the free point.
Oh, jeez.
Tell you what, if you guess what we were singing, everybody but you gets a free point.
Actually, I think if I can guess what you guys are singing, all three of us lose a point.
Why don't you just get a copyright strike because of that?
Damn, I sang it so well. I just got fucking hit by all the censors, man. Damn.
Listen to my voicemail while I'm waiting for Steven.
Scorecards all ready to go.
You ain't gotta go to work. Work.
Now we just need to wait for our host.
Well, while we are waiting for Steve, I can show off my new toy.
Does it vibrate and sparkle?
I finally got my hands on one.
God, it's so tiny, just like everything else that you hold.
As a matter of fact, I got my hands on 3. So if anybody is looking for a Super NES Classic Edition, hit me up. I have one US and one European one spare. I'm working on trying to hack this one. So
Wait, you have 2 European ones? I was under the impression that you had 2 US ones.
No, I have the US one I bought at GameStop weeks ago that I haven't even taken out of the box. That was my backup in case I couldn't get one. I bought one European one off of Amazon, and the seller was taking forever to ship it. So while I was waiting,
looks like Hacks has already called it.
US. All right. Hacks, you know how to find me on Twitter. We'll work out some sort of a deal.
Hit me
Jacob,
up. Hit me
same
up
thing for you.
inside. I can't hit up.
Save me.
Casey Beast wants to buy one of mine to sell it to Jacob.
Hey, Steve, buddy, how you coming on that music? Because I'm
Dude,
getting
I'm
really
coming.
tired.
I know I'm coming. I'm just waiting for it to load Hangouts now.
I don't know why I'm just like
Okay.
completely white tonight.
Eugene, so
That dentist really fucked you, huh?
Eugene, my Audacity settings, the microphone is voice meter output VB audio, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit record. Okay.
Steve,
Why? Oh,
did you save your last Audacity recording?
yes.
Just checking.
Lucas,
Lucas, do you need like a beer or a blunt or something? You sound tired as fuck.
I don't
bro.
know if that would help. I feel like that would just like exacerbate the problem. I don't know what it is. I just like before the show, I was even like I'm drowsy. Like I just don't really. I don't know. I don't have it tonight, but I'm kind of hoping that you guys will liven me up. But this has kind of been a buzzkill.
Are you like intentionally doing Pokemon shit here with drowsy and fucking? All
No,
things that you're
I'm
saying?
honestly not. That just kind of happened. I guess because I've been, hatching Pokemon.
Gosh,
for the
guys, I'm real
last-
drowsy right now, and I hope later on I can go Snorlax.
And that's as far as Eugene's Pokemon goes.
No, I've got more, but joke wasn't catching on.
Well, come on, pun me, boy. Pun me harder.
All right, guys. I just need to get the chat up and running now, so I can.
I
Pay
feel like I
attention
should take
to
a
them.
drink just for that one.
So, and you guys
Is
can
it a
hear me,
door
right?
or a cat?
It's a cat.
You have a very squeaky cat.
Yeah, he's hungry.
So many jokes I'm going to leave alone for the sake of our professionalism.
We have professional.
Do you
Here,
need to
watch
do
my
any
cat bathe
testing of your
itself.
audio, Steve?
What was that, Eugene?
Do you need to do
You have
any
a very
testing of your
squeaky
audio?
cat.
You guys can hear me, right?
He's hungry.
I can hear me, as a matter of fact.
So many jokes I'm going to leave alone for the sake of our
Oh, that's
professionalism.
why.
Sorry,
that is not-
replay.
I'm like, why do I hear the YouTube?
Yeah, sorry about that. Why is it not muting? There we go.
Obviously, we can hear the audio because we can hear the YouTube from earlier.
Yeah, so that's good. Okay, and I think I'm almost ready. Sorry. My computer decided it was going to crash right there for a sec. You guys all sounded like robots to me for some reason.
Steven, whatever do you mean?
Oh, it
Well,
sounded
if we
far
all
worse
sound
than
like
that, I
robots,
promise.
blame Tyrell.
It is us, your friends, Steven. We have not been replaced by robots.
First of all, I want to apologize to Tyrell. Second of all, I hope somebody else is getting these Blade Runner references.
Actually.
I don't have the YouTube chat open tonight.
Whenever you're ready, Steve, I'll let you take us into Nintendo Tunes. I'm gonna make a note here.
Okay. Do you need me to sync up or anything?
Oh yeah, I guess that's probably a thing. I'll just sync up with you. We don't all need.
That's
to
fine.
sync up.
That's fine.
Could we snap anyway? Just for fun?
If you for funsies, yeah, let's all do so.
All right.
In three,
All right, YouTube chat, get ready.
1.
That was the weakest clap ever.
3 minutes, 27 seconds.
1 hour, 10 minutes.
I went from 129 like 35 to 129.43. So.
Oh, jeez. All right, guys, we ready?
I was
Take
about
it.
1:10:45-ish.
I don't give a shit about
Okay.
what you're talking.
I don't fuck with you.
As soon as I get half a moment of silence, we can get this going. Now I know how Eugene feels. Shit. And we're back to Infendo Radio. Welcome back. Episode 421. My sorry ass is hosting Nintendo Tunes.
My sorry ass is losing.
Probably. It's going to be an interesting night. For those of you that haven't joined the show before, what Nintendo Tunes is, I have a selection of, 11, 12 games, something like that. And I'm going to play you songs from those games. And You guys are going to guess what it is. Tonight's theme is games that remind me of Christmas.
Nice.
So that's not necessarily Christmas games. So that's just games that I associate with Christmas time, the month of December. And our patrons also kind of went with that theme. So here we go. We're actually going to start off with a Patreon suggestion.
See, this isn't fair because childhood friends of Steve are going to have an advantage here.
Which is none of you guys. So this first one is from Mike Corky Dog, was the one that suggested this. I'm just going to start playing. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. Oops, there it goes.
Everybody click on Steve's face and close the chat.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, close the chat.
It is not going.
I know, it's loading.
Okay.
The first track, for some reason, is always a little slow.
Oh, quick. How many games do you have? How many rounds do you have?
Either 12 or 13.
Okay.
I was not paying attention. What's going on here? What?
We're playing.
We're playing a game.
Oh, why is this game familiar?
This is from Corky Dog, so it's got to be an older game.
It doesn't
Is this
sound that
SNES?
old.
Is this SNES, Steve?
This is DS.
This isn't Golden Sun, is it?
No, it's not.
Can we get another track?
Yeah.
There is so much background noise right now.
There is. I had a hard time on this one finding music, so I had to use gameplay, and I actually had to cut the audio myself, so it's very rough. Because I am not an
That's the way
audio
she likes it.
professional. Second track. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
What?
Copyright. The game.
I'm pretty sure this falls into public domain.
Is it like? Is it like, I don't know, Santa Elf Bowling or
Bible
something?
Adventures.
It is not any of those.
Is this a licensed track?
It is a licensed game.
Well, it's a licensed track for sure.
Yeah, sorry, licensed game. It's a licensed game on the DS.
I'm trying to get more
Tim
info on it.
Allen's Tool Time Christmas.
No.
I'm drawing a blank here, Steve.
Next, we all.
This one-
I was gonna jokingly
really
yell at
big
Mike,
movie.
like, Mike, stop! I can't hear the music.
Yeah, no, that is actually gameplay footage. The game, I'm having a hard time finding the developer for it. I apologize. It is a puzzle game in the vein of Professor Layton or something like that.
Ooh, is this Mr. Hatsworth or Henry Hatsworth or something?
It's not, Eugene. What did you say, Justin?
Nothing. I said, is it Professor Layton?
Oh, no.
What in the?
And then the demons came.
So, yes, actually, you're not far off, Lucas. The story behind the movie for this game does involve some ghosts.
Oh yeah, he's got his license.
going on?
And it
Ghosts
is
of Christmas Past.
Is this
You're-
Shrek's
you're
Christmas
really close,
adventure?
Lucas. You
Ghosts
are,
of Christmas, spirits of
Is this the
Christmas.
Christmas Carol with
This-
the Jim Carrey.
it is. It
Yeah.
is.
Oh! Wow.
That should have been mine.
So yeah, Justin steals the point from Lucas.
Damn.
Wow.
You elicited a frick from me. That's about the harshest F-bomb you'll hear me drop on this show.
So Justin, I hope you're keeping score because I have way too much going on right now.
So
Yeah,
far, it's
we're
Justin 1.
Yeah. We haven't
Okay,
gotten
let's
that
go.
far, so.
Let's go for something a little easier. This one is probably going to go very quickly. So get your buzzers ready. And here we go.
Super Mario World. Mario Galaxy?
Nope.
Animal Crossing.
Nope.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Harvest Moon? I don't know.
Nope.
Ooh, that's got a kick.
Is this a viewer or a listener game, or is this yours?
This is one of mine. And
Will you
this
start
one,
that
if you
track
guys... Yeah, and this one, if you guys have paid attention to me, I actually mentioned this last week.
Damn!
Because I know y'all don't pay attention to me.
Oh my god. Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, 3, 64.
It's not a Donkey Kong game, but it is a
Minecraft.
very popular Nintendo franchise.
Don't you think if it was a
Kirby?
Donkey Kong game, I would have guessed it by now?
Is this Kirby's Epic Yarn?
It is not a Kirby game.
Yoshi Yarn Yoshi now.
I thought about using that one, actually.
What did Steve say last week?
God, why don't we listen to
Is it a
Steve?
is it a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game?
It's not.
Can we get a second track?
Yeah, let's get you a second track. This game was released on December 7th, the day before my birthday.
How the fuck is that gonna help us?
Because I mentioned it last week with
Wait, what
those
the
very
fuck?
words.
Hold on!
Oh, there's your second.
Is this
Come on, kid.
Champion's Ballad?
No.
Does this sound like a fully orchestrated?
Well, I don't know.
Does it sound like nothing?
Okay, Justin.
I love this. Can I just say this?
Everybody
What?
stop.
So that
Everybody
was
stop
Thursday.
talking.
You stop talking.
Is this the Zelda game with the clothes?
With the clothes, no. Why can I not think of the name of that one?
Triforce Heroes.
Is it
It
Minish
is not
Cap?
Triforce Heroes. It's not Minish Cap.
Is it
Four
a Zelda
Swords?
game?
It is a Zelda game. What did you say,
Four
Lucas?
Swords?
Oh,
Four Swords,
the-
Your
the
Adventures.
crossbow training.
No. No. There's
Phantom
only like
Hourglass,
19 Zelda
Spirit
games,
Tracks.
guys. And Mike has it with Spirit Tracks.
The only one I haven't played. Who got that one?
Mike did.
I bullshit the hell out of that one.
That's
Right.
true. I haven't played.
I'd like to
crossbow
point out
training.
that for both of these games, I've been on the right track, but I haven't been able to seal the deal.
Was that a
Well,
Spirit Tracks pun?
Unfortunately, you weren't on the right spirit track this time.
It was, and then Justin just destroyed it.
Oh, dear. All right, guys. I'm going to start loading the next tracks. I know it's going to take a sec.
Yeah, you
Okay,
were
this-
you were like randomly muting during one of them. So.
Ooh. Hang on, you guys. I'm going to pause this because now my internet is doing
I
nothing.
can't hear a
Yeah,
thing.
your internet is acting up.
Oh wait,
The hell is
Kate
going
hasn't
on right
sworn
now?
yet. I can't drink.
Oh,
Oh.
Steve's gone.
Bye, Steve.
He's
Steve
gonna
has
be
more
back.
problems than I do.
All right, for you listening on the live chat right now, here's a very special Nintendo's bonus round. Here's the song. It goes da 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 da
Super Luigi.
I'm gonna text Steve and tell him to hurry the hell up.
Ooh, is it the credit scene from Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
No, actually, ooh. Actually, it was the Sunshine bonus world.
Well, I guess the Justin's right, so I win that one.
The Mario all together now.
You got it.
Mario.
Do the Mario swing your arms
From side to side. Come on, it's time to go to the Mario.
God help us.
To the Mario all together.
Can I open the
Wait.
chat just to see what the hell they're saying?
We have Steve back. Hi, Steve. Oh.
Eek.
Oh. Steve. Hi.
Steve died.
All right, hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to try playing some music. I just may have to do the audio from my phone.
Oh, fun. This always works so well.
Yeah, so I'm going to just play some music and we're going to see if this actually works the way
I
I'm
feel
hoping
like
it does.
Eugene is off his camera right now because he's really pissed and he's like shaking his fist in frustration.
Probably. So basically, I'm playing Mike tonight. And I'm guessing you guys can't hear that audio either, can you?
Can't hear
Because
it.
you're muted on
Shit.
your other. Because you muted yourself.
Oh, damn.
It's not coming in well.
Shit.
How many rounds did you say you have?
12 to 13. Okay,
Eugene, do you want me to shoot you the audio? Because I'm not sure what to do right now because it won't let me change. Well, let me see something real fast. So voice meter output. Let's switch to this.
Oh, I have an actual track for you listeners in the live chat right now. See if you can get this. Dun, da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Steve, we're trying to play Nintendo's here.
I wonder
Okay,
I wonder if I restart Audacity if that would help.
I don't think it's Audacity
Or
because
not.
it's
Audacity
probably.
voice
I
meter.
think it's probably your like actual Internet Explorer browser window or something like that. You were saying, are you getting
Why
like
don't you
high CPU spikes?
Why don't you
Should I try
using-
Chrome?
Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't you try using Chrome? Because then you're at least using all Google products.
Yeah, give Chrome
Let
a
me-
try.
let me
If that
back out of
that
this
doesn't
and I'll
work,
give
then
Chrome a
yeah, then we'll just I guess I'll just grab that audio from you or something, and then we'll just
Okay.
have to roll with it that way.
And for
Okay,
those of
hang
you
on, I'll
who
be
are
right back.
playing, for those of you who are playing at home, I was humming the Monopoly theme from the SNES version of Monopoly. Kudos to anybody who might have gotten that.
Oh my god.
That would explain why it sounded slightly familiar. I think the NES version had better music, though.
SNES. Did I say NES?
You did say SNES.
But
I'm
you're saying the NES version
had better
had
music.
The music in the SNES version used to scare me as a kid. A lot of SNES music did, actually. I think because I was so young. Like, remember when I played the Thomas the Tank Engine soundtrack one time on the show? Like, that music used to scare me as a kid. The Monopoly music, the auction music, was super creepy. That used to scare the crap out of me as a kid. Like, SNES music was terrifying for me for some reason.
Hang on, let me see if I can find the auction music from the NES version.
I think just something about those old sound fonts, like when you're a child, they're just kind of terrifying.
Crap. Never mind, because I no longer have loopback set up.
So what's up with everybody tonight? How y'all doing? Welcome to Infendo Radio, where we have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Well, we know what's going on. We just have no control over it.
Yeah, unless my girlfriend ends up getting stuck on the overnight, I am most definitely going to have to leave early tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a topic for you guys. What is your favorite game that you currently own on Switch that's not a first-party Nintendo game?
That I do own on the Switch?
That you do own on the Switch.
Probably Rocket League.
Probably Monster Hunter.
Hang on. Probably Wonder Boy.
I was going to say Sonic Forces, but it might be Rocket League, so... All right. Well, that was fun. If you were a Mario Cap possession, which one would you be and why?
They're captures, not possessions. Let us use the proper nomenclature.
If you were a capture, which one would you be and why?
I don't know.
The correct answer is the Hammer Bros with chef hats on. That's like the only correct answer. Anything else?
Say Yoshi.
Oh well, you're Tool, but you know it's okay.
Spoiler?
Yeah.
The hell was I looking?
Sorry.
Oh, right.
Anybody played any good video games lately? Justin, since you're not probably going to be around for it, you want to tell us what you've been playing lately?
Yeah, I've been playing the Champion's Ballad, and that's pretty much it. I completed the Rivali section just today, so.
Oh my God, we have a special guest, Justina Peacock. Hey, Justina.
Well, I'm just gonna roll that.
We'll take it, Justina.
I love that you've got Tinkerbell as here. Yes!
Hey, Steve. I think I can hear an echo in your thing.
Well, why are you so close to his thing?
Oh, it's because you were on your phone too. Take out your phone. Yeah.
Okay, that's why I couldn't do it.
Okay. You ready to rock and roll, Steve?
Well, no, the problem is you guys are still. It's the reverse of when
Yeah, you're off.
I can't hear you guys. You guys sound like dragons to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
you too. You're just as bad
All
to
right,
us.
Steve. Just drop all those audio files in the drive in the show notes, and I'll just take it then. So we'll just have to take a little break here, an extended break.
Eugene.
I guess I have to take a drink whenever Mike gets a point then, because
Eugene, do you want me to do it instead? Because I don't mind like playing the tunes. Like I don't have any points yet anyway, so like I can just take over. But whatever we do, let's I guess coordinate so we don't both look at the music.
Okay. If you want to do that, then why don't you once Steve gets that dropped in there, why don't you just take it?
Okay, I'll get my voice meter set up.
this is
I'll be
the.
back.
Is Lucas leaving?
I'm gonna be muted for a minute, and I won't be able to hear you.
Because I finally found the music I was talking about. This is the auction music from the NES version.
That is frightening.
Isn't it? It's pretty intense. I like the title theme music though. Of course, I'm blowing the opportunity to use this in future Nintendo tunes, but you know, this one goes out to Eugene.
It's been 11 years.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yep.
And can you hear
Hey, Justin, will you stop your
Yep. I'm working on it.
beat that I can't find yet because I need to find a song. I don't have many songs on this laptop. Can you hear this sick beat in like 5 seconds?
Yes.
God, it sounds so much like Yoshi's Island.
And yet it's so far. This is what they played before Yoshi's Island. All right, good. Then we're all set. I will have to go into the drive and get Steven's suggestions. Let's do that. Poor Steve. I feel bad. He was so excited. He compiled this like a week ago.
Yeah,
Right?
and my girlfriend's on her way home, so I might not even make it through this Nintendo's.
We're working
Well,
on it. We're working on it.
well,
I just pity our live feed listeners.
Yeah. We'll keep you as long as we can have you, I guess. Anyways, Justin.
Yeah, she's got homework tonight, so I can get away with a little bit longer. Pretty soon she'll be home every night, so, you can have me for an entire night.
My
Okay.
fantasy has come to life.
Those files are uploading, Eugene.
Cool.
Okay. I'm Eugene
Okay.
now.
I'll just
We
come back
decided
later.
who
I'm
guess is gonna do it.
kind of frustrated right now.
I know. I understand, buddy.
So,
See you more.
okay, so
Yeah,
I'll be back in a bit
sorry that
after.
Sorry that you
Steve?
had to,
Yeah.
do all that work. And
Steve,
stuff.
where did you put it?
Hey,
It is under a folder called 421 Nintendo's on the main
I
Infendo
see.
radio.
Mm.
So
I
it's
got
got less than a minute and it'll all be there.
Okay.
So I'm going to restart my computer. I'm just going to listen. And then I'll come back
Don't
on the
restart it
next
until
segment.
it uploads, though, obviously.
Yeah.
All right. Join us when you can, okay?
Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to stay on the call. And then I'll just flip back over to my computer after it gets restarted.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm just going to log into the Patreon so I can see, whose suggestions are for which games,
Right.
because I don't want to
Okay.
not mention people.
Yeah. It's uploading the last game right now.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Steven.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
It's all
Okay.
good.
At least we got all your tracks.
Okay. They're there.
there.
So there's
It'll all
11
be
more,
okay.
by the way.
Gotcha. Just need a second to get into the Patreon.
My brain cannot come up with an answer to this fucking shrine in Breath of the Wild right now.
Notificaciones. Please talk about the shrine, so it's not just me sitting here mindlessly
so I'm
waiting
doing
for
the,
my internet to load.
I'm doing Mifa's song now, and I'm doing the like the pachinko game where you fucking got to get the ball down all the holes and shit in the water, and I can't fucking line my ice cubes up the right way. Apparently, it won't go into the hole.
Don't really remember that one. All right, let's see.
Well, then
I've got.
You're no help.
Yep, I've got everybody's suggestions right up in here. Let's see. Mike's has already been done. I'm just going to go in order so I don't miss anybody. So I guess
That's fine.
next we
Hold on a
will.
second. Let me make a note in my Audacity real quick. Will you kind of bring us in too, so then I can kind of edit it, sort of?
Okay. Okay. Do you want me to go? Okay. Hello, everyone, and sorry for that minor delay that I'm sure Eugene put some amazing music and audio effects in for because he loves you and he cares about you and he wants this to sound really good. We had some minor technical difficulties. For the rest of Nintendo's, I will be playing the part of Steve. These are all still Steve's tracks, but as our Steven is momentarily incapacitated, I will be taking over as temporary host. So we're going to go right back into this. The score is 1 Justin, 1 Mike. I think we're on game 3, aren't we? Is that where we settled on this?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Then I guess without further ado, let's go to the next track. This one comes from Phantom, who is one of our patrons, one of our most beloved patrons. And away we go.
Uh-oh.
Are we going?
Can we?
We're not going. There we go. What in the name
Another
of
gameplay
fuck
video?
is this?
What did you say, Justin?
Is this another gameplay video?
It very well might be.
Remember, this is Lucas playing the part of Steve, so who knows?
Is it Grunty's Revenge?
It's not, but God, you'd think. It is a Game Boy Advance game, so you're in the right ballpark. Yeah, this is a gameplay one. Yippee!
Are you sure
do you
it's
guys
not
need
Banjo?
another-
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Do you guys need another track?
Is it Croc? Is it like Croc in like some weird ass shit?
You're nowhere close. Let's
So it
go
is
to
not-
another track. God, I am really happy that I'm hosting, because I would be so pissed right now if I had to guess this. I'll do a little digging while you're listening. Let's see if I can figure out who made it's gonna be rare.
I want to say, is this rare related at all? It's Mr. Pants?
Is this Saberwolf?
Nope.
Is it rare?
No, it is developed by Neon Software GmbH, and the publisher was Joe Wood Entertainment.
The
And you
fuck?
said this was Phantom, so is this an RPG?
It's Phantom, so should I know this? Is it fucking with me?
I don't think it's an RPG, but for the love of God, I can't really find any info on it. There's
How is
some
this-
European ROMs that pop up when I search for it.
How is this not a rare game?
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna give you another track. I guess my next hint is that it's a pretty Christmas-themed game.
Is this Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Santa Claus?
No.
I know they made games based on some of those.
I don't think it's a licensed game. Phantom, what have you done to us?
Ah,
You sure
man.
it's not Banjo-Kazooie?
For like the 8th time, it is not Banjo-Kazooie.
I got nothing, man.
Yippee.
Do we all give up? Because like, I don't
There's,
think
like,
you guys are gonna get this.
There was like nothing in this in the soundtrack that is like indicative of anything.
Except a rare game.
Wait, so what are our hints, real quick? It's a Game Boy Advance game. It's made by who?
Not
It's
rare.
by some company you've never heard of.
Yeah, I
One
gotta.
something.
I think I gotta give up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Does everybody gives up, right?
Yeah.
Thank God.
For the
This
sake
is
of getting on with it.
Santa Claus Junior Advance.
Oh, come on.
Fuck.
What?
The box art looks like it was drawn in MS Paint.
Oh, I'm Googling this right now.
Oh, that's amazing. I did ask for Christmas music last week, so I guess that's my fault.
Now that I'm looking at it, it looks like it's like a poorly done platformer game. Like, all right, Phantom, you stumped us.
I guess.
Let's see. Ooh, I like this one. Okay, I'm just going to do all the Patreon suggestions so I don't miss anybody because, I don't want to miss anybody. This next one is going to come from Minus, and it's actually a really good suggestion. I like this. And I think our older listeners might have a better chance at getting this one. And away we go.
Oh, it is, but I like it. It's NES, right?
Yep.
Kind of reminds me of the Addams Family.
Yeah, me too.
No, but it is a licensed game.
I like it.
Let's go to another track.
You said this is licensed?
Oh god, I lost Lucas.
Oh, jeez. Can we cancel Nintendo's this week?
The tensions is doing it. Okay, it's back.
Did we momentarily lose each other?
We
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Did anybody
I'm
guess
so
anything
scared.
while I was away?
Is this a licensed game, Lucas?
Wait.
Yes.
Is this Home Alone?
Yes!
I heard Carol of the Bells in there.
I was getting close to Home Alone, you fucking dickbag.
You gotta
I
be
was-
quick, Mike. You gotta
I
be
was like-
reactionary. You can't.
I was like
sit in
5
the
seconds away from
moment.
guessing that.
Like
You
I
gotta
heard,
just guess what you
I'm like, what the hell is that? That's Carol of the Bells. What the hell licensed game would be Carol of the Bells?
My last hint was just gonna be me putting my hands up to my face and going.
That would be great for the listeners at home.
All right. Well, I think if you guys lose me, just be patient because it seems like I hop back. So
Okay.
So real quick, I'm gonna make a future guess real quick. Did anyone fucking suggest Die Hard?
Was there
oh
a game
god,
for
I
that?
need to watch that. Soon.
Yes, there is a Die Hard NES game.
Oh, this is another interesting one. This one's going to come from Modern, actually. Modern Inferno is his official full title. Here, listen to some music.
Oh fuck! I played this game.
Have you?
Super Nintendo, right?
Actually, it's Xbox 360. Yeah, it's Super Nintendo.
What is this?
Oh, it's
It's
This came from Modern?
yeah, it came from Modern Inferno. It's a well, you already guessed it's a Super Nintendo game. It was developed by.
He's feeling that eggnog already.
Oh, geez. It was developed by Mammoth Micro Productions and Probe Entertainment. The publishers were Fox Interactive, Turner Interactive, and Virgin Interactive.
so this is probably based off a TV show or something then.
Yeah, right?
If it's Fox and Turner.
I've heard of this before. I think it's based off of a movie, but I'm honestly not that familiar with the source material.
Fox, Virgin, and what was the other?
Turner.
Turner.
Turner. I didn't know there was a Turner Interactive.
This might have been a show. I don't know. It was something you could
I
watch.
fucking know this game. Can we get another track, or is this already?
That would probably help, wouldn't it? This track is called The Torture Chamber.
Wait, is this Batman?
No.
Okay.
Is this?
Going with Fox and Turner here. So.
Is this Page Master?
Yes!
Fuck yeah,
Wow.
it is!
Apparently, we're going for Macaulay Culkin theme this week.
I have that. The box has his fucking face right on it.
Yes, this is. Is that a movie or a show?
That's a movie. Oh my god. I just realized Lucas is too young to remember the Page Master.
When was it a movie?
God, it must have been early
Before-
90s.
Yeah, I was gonna say Macaulay Culkin filmed his part in it before he actually became famous. So
It was a while ago. Let's see. Oh, and there's a story with this. Hang on. It was one of Modern's first games as a kid, and he thought the soundtrack was unique enough for it to be interesting to hear. Neat. Steve did a good job getting back to these guys.
why is
okay.
games not loading? Sorry.
Well, next we're going to crank it up to JZB's suggestion. Also interesting. I'm loving our patron suggestions this week, actually. This is going to be a good one. Get ready for the magic.
We have
Oh shit. This isn't
Your
Bravely
first
Default,
hint.
is it?
It's not. Your first hint is this is a game I've played.
Yeah.
Is this like
Fucking know
Nope.
this game.
Yes, again.
was this on like was it in a different game too? Like I've heard this before, I think.
I'm pretty sure that this game's soundtrack was exclusive to this game. I did mention that this was by Jay-Z Beast, right?
Is this a GameCube game?
No.
New track.
Okay.
Can you give me another hint?
The game came out 2 years ago.
The fuck? So not a GameCube game. Is
Could
it
be.
Wii U then?
It is Wii U.
Almost sounds like Breath of the Wild now.
With the lack of music.
Oh, hey, we have Steve.
Yeah, I'm here. I turned all my audio stuff off though, just so I could join again.
Is this Xenoblade?
Yeah.
Xenoblade
it's
Chronicles?
Xenoblade.
Oh, come on!
There it is.
Hey, I said the full name before him. Do I get that?
I feel like that should be Eugene's point.
I feel like since we
I
already
feel
knew
like-
it was on the Wii U, I think that narrowed it down pretty succinctly.
Well, yeah, 2 years ago especially. Like, what
Yeah.
the hell came out? Like,
I mean, I
If
love
there were
you,
multiple
Mike, but, like,
Xenoblades on the Wii U, I would give this one to Mike, but
all right. So what does that make it? 2-2-1?
I don't know. I lost the 2-2-1.
All right.
Eugene and I are tied. Mike is trailing behind, and Steve is just spectating.
Yep. And by the
Steve
way,
is
I'm
with us
recording,
in
so
spirit.
you can
Okay, we have one last suggested track. This one was from Andrew Searson. Let's see.
Why is Moby Games not loading?
hey, what's your recording at right now?
3 minutes 53 seconds.
Oh, good enough for me.
Again, this was Andrew Searson, and away we go. Oh crap, this is like 8 seconds long.
Ooh.
Wait, this is Micro Machines.
Yes, it is!
Oh, wow!
Holy crap!
Wow! That's incredible.
Let's give Andy something to listen to. Yeah, this was Micro Machines.
I don't even want to give him the point for that.
That was good.
That was impressive. Mike, you get 5 points for that. You win no matter what the rest of the score is.
Damn straight.
I just
Yes,
want to make him wait for it.
That was Micro Machines. Very
I guess-
impressive.
I guess if I can get Ghostbusters in 2 notes.
Yeah, I gotta give that one to him. Okay, so that does it for our patron suggestions. If you would like to suggest a song, wait.
Sorry, Lucas. There is one more patron suggestion. If you look at my folders, it's actually in the folder names.
Phantom
Really?
got forgotten again.
It starts with an L.
Phantom, you just need to put your
No, we did
request
Phantoms,
in.
Justin.
Oh,
Justin,
okay.
we did Phantoms. Minus had 2 suggestions?
Well, I had actually done Home Alone, and then I had him pick another suggestion.
Okay, well, I guess we're getting minus the second track. I'm in love with this one, and you're going to get it right off, I think. But I'm going to pick a song that maybe you won't get right away. So
Wait, who's getting it right away?
I think any of you should, but Mike, probably you and I would have a better chance at this one. So away we go.
Who did you mention? That was me. That was all me.
Christmas game.
Because it reminded him of Christmas.
Okay, are we back?
That like right in the beginning, like
That was all me. You can check the tag on that one. You can check the tape. That was all
Guys,
me.
I froze. What happened?
I'm
Mike
The
and
minute-
Eugene got it at like the same time.
The minute the crescendo of the music happened, I guess we just mentioned that a half second later Eugene got it. But like, I am swearing on the Bible that's me.
Can we? Okay,
well,
so you
can
both
swear
said.
to Quran, I don't
What
know
did
if
you
know
both
that.
say?
We both said
They
Luigi's
both got it
Mansion.
right.
Okay,
Chat,
can,
who got this one?
Can we check with the chat? Does the chat have like unanimous decision, or are we just sharing the point?
Steve should get the point.
I like that.
Steve will be the first host to ever
get a point. I was going to say we could also throw it out.
That was
to
Michael
Lord knows I've
Halvey,
got
by
enough
the way, who
tracks.
suggested that one. I think chat's still on a delay right now.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for the chat to get in here, but I'm pretty fucking sure that's my point.
I'm leaning more towards Mike, but it was such a clusterfuck, and then Lucas froze, and I don't know what was happening.
All
So
right, well, I didn't hear either of you, so can we just share the point like gentlemen and get on with it? Or
I
what's
don't
the
really
deal?
care. I'm
yeah,
cool.
chat's not
Whatever.
voicing an opinion. So
Well, they probably haven't gotten that far
it's
yet.
Your call.
Let's just share the point.
Just share the point. Just give them a point apiece.
So where does that
We
put
share the
everyone?
point with Steve too.
That means I'm losing now.
Yes. Give
Thank
Steve a point too.
That's all I want.
Justin, what's the score?
Well, now Eugene and Mike are tied for 3, and I have 2.
Okay, and Steve has 1.
If Steve fucking wins this,
All right, let's go to another track. Here, we haven't done this one yet, even though I feel like we've played it on Nintendo Tunes before. And away we go!
Donkey Kong something. Donkey Kong 3. Donkey Kong 2. Donkey Kong.
Shut up, you're wrong. But it sounds familiar.
It should. You guys guess it like every week.
Shovel Knight.
And I'll tell you why it's a Christmas game after.
Minecraft, Shovel Knight.
You're not going to get it by guessing Steve's suggested games.
Good, because I knew it wasn't Shantae to begin with.
Grab by the ghoulies. Love her.
I gotta. Oh, hang on.
And Phantom, it's not any of your guesses.
You guys want to go to another track, maybe? Oh, Justin.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to another track, and I guess we'll just let Justin jump on up in here.
What the hell?
This is the Christmas song, isn't it, Lucas?
Yep. Figured it was appropriate.
Clay Fighter? I don't know. Fuck.
Yes! What? Kure Fighter!
I rented that game for Christmas one year. My parents let me pick a game to rent.
Fuck off.
Your Christmas present was you got to rent a game?
Well, for the week of Christmas break.
So were you guys playing without me?
Yeah, there
Yes.
was no way to stop it.
All of a sudden you were gone, and I was just like, screw it. And Mike got the point.
What was it?
It was
Clay
Clay.
Fighter.
You can't tell what it is from this?
Oh, I need
All
to
right,
put
so
that
I
on.
guess
Okay, anyway.
now the official score is Eugene 3, Justin 2, Mike 4, Steve 1. I feel like
who
Eugene
got
and Mike should
Clay
be tied now, because didn't we give Eugene that 1 point? That put him in, I don't know.
No,
Okay.
we were all tied, and then Eugene and I shared that point, so we're still tied. We were tied, and I got this on in the lead.
Okay, I'll take your guys' word for it. I froze out for a while there. So, all right, that was
who got the point for that? I can't be too loud.
Mike did.
She's got to do. Okay.
Michael McSurdy.
All right. Let me take my sweatshirt off, and I'll be all ready to go.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And while you do that, I will play some appropriate music.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, you're done. Okay. This next track is God, Steve. Okay, next track.
Oh, this is Donkey Kong Country 2.
God damn it.
Yes. And Lucas froze again, but yeah,
Until,
Justin.
hey,
In a snowbound
there
land.
I am. Okay, ready?
No, Justin already got
Justin got it.
Oh, damn. Okay.
it.
I play that game every Christmas.
Eugene, I would recommend that you listen to my audio during the Nintendo Tunes segment, because there's going to be a lot of parts where I'm like talking over you guys because I can't hear what you guys are talking. So you might have to do a little extra editing this week.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, what can I say? I wasn't even supposed to be hosting.
It's no worse than me.
Yeah, we're just kind of being this together. Let's see. I've got. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. We've got 3 more tracks. We're gonna start with the one I like the least.
I can hardly wait.
Oh God, I hope that song is in here because I really want to screw with you guys. I'm just gonna go with this one and hope that it's what I think it is.
Oh my god.
Oh, motherfucker!
Oh my god.
Oh, Little Mermaid!
Oh my God.
Fucking
Let's
Little
go.
Mermaid!
Yes, man!
Oh,
The Little Mermaid under the sea.
I totally had that in my list of games I wanted to use too.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Why the Little Mermaid?
That was another one. I got that for Christmas one year, and that was the first
game's
video
so
game
good.
I ever beat.
That was
So
you,
good.
right?
Yeah, it was me. Capcom, really good.
You had to go with track 1 though, or level 1.
I was hoping it would be under the sea in like MIDI form, so I figured screw it. Okay, let's go with this one. Kick things off, right? Oh God, there's like no way that. Oh, okay. We're gonna start with this one. Good choice, Steven.
Pokemon.
No.
No.
It's not Pokemon? Alright.
So this game I actually got for Christmas one of the last years I got to go see my grandparents on Christmas Day. So I have very fond memories of this game.
I do too.
This is Game Boy, right?
It is.
It is Game Boy.
Fucking. It's not.
Okay, let's go to another track.
I've lost count, by the way. On
This
squares.
is fucking
Pokemon Yellow.
Pokemon, something.
Wait, what?
Pokemon Yellow.
Yes.
I said
Surfing
Pokemon
Pikachu.
already.
Surfing
You
Pikachu.
said Pokemon, but this is pretty specific to Pokemon Yellow.
I
Surfing fucking Pikachu.
purposely chose tracks from Pokemon Yellow because that was the version I was going for.
I kind of have to side with them on that, Eugene. I'm sorry.
I know it kind of screws you over, buddy, but like.
I
No, I'll remember this next time I'm hosting y'all.
because Pokemon Yellow.
Eugene just starts up a track. Oh, guess what? Guess who the winner is? It's me! Alan!
Pokemon Yellow did have
next
tracks
time I
that were
host my
specific
game,
to it. So
Tracks that are going to cause controversy on Nintendo's.
Well, I know one thing that's not
Just
going to
so-
happen. I'm not hosting
who got that,
anymore.
Mike?
Well, just so you guys know, yeah, Mike got that one. Just so you guys know, that first track was actually an unused track, which is why I went with it. The second track was the Pikachu
But-
beach surfing tune.
I'll have you know the unused track is on the official soundtrack you can buy on iTunes. That's why it was fair game.
All right. So that's
Just
the thing.
fucking give me the next song. I'm pissed now.
And I'm running out of eggnog.
He wasn't mad
Well,
before.
there's only one left, so here we go. And I think it's
I
gonna go.
think it's out of my. I can't win now. Mike's the winner, right?
No, you can tie it.
No.
And this
I'm
is gonna
ahead.
go really quick, so everybody shut up. Huh, Steven.
Yes.
These audio formats are M4A files.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
You know what? I'm just gonna go to YouTube because
That
I can't
works.
play those.
Sorry about
You
that.
can't play those.
My
Okay,
computer can.
I can just look up the exact track that I wanted to
Yeah.
play.
Who
Anyway.
has iTunes installed? That's gross.
Is that iTunes?
I thought that was
Yeah,
a
it's the
pretty
iTunes
standard
format.
audio format.
Yeah, but
I
not
mean,
all
it's what
players have the
iTunes
codec.
uses, but I thought that was
Wave
what-
and MP3 is all that I use.
yeah.
And even if you did have iTunes, you
M4A
can't.
is like MPEG
Gross.
4 audio.
Even if you had iTunes, fucking I can't get Voice Meter to even load iTunes. So I'm pretty sure we wouldn't be able to play it anyway.
I play it through whatever's built into Windows.
Okay, everybody, shut up, because here we go. Ooh, that's quiet.
Splatoon.
Mario Galaxy.
Splatoon
Mario
2.
Galaxy.
Who said Mario Galaxy?
I said it
I
first.
did.
No, that was me.
It's Mario
Well, I
Galaxy.
said it too.
Well, I know.
Okay, well,
I
it doesn't
heard-
matter
I heard
because either way,
first.
Mike wins.
Fair enough. Oh,
Oh, God.
and we lost.
Well,
Well, that was good timing.
That was anticlimactic.
This has been the missing no episode of fucking Infendo Radio. I tell you fucking what.
Yeah.
Eugene is just so pissed off at Pokemon. He's just throwing random Pokemon puns out there trying to make himself feel better.
No, I'm fucking pissed.
Eugene, I realize that you're upset, but you freaking have to kick me from the call? That's a
I
new
didn't
one.
kick you from the call. I did. You dropped.
Yeah, if he kicked you, you wouldn't be able to join again. Believe me, I've done
It's
that
true.
before.
Goddamn right.
Well,
This
sorry,
ends
everybody.
in
That was a nightmare.
This ends an incredibly salty episode of Nintendo. I guess the only consolation is even if we did give you the other point, Mike still would have won from Galaxy. So
Yeah, that's true.
you know what, Justin?
I'm not really pissed.
Give
but-
Eugene that other point.
No,
just
you're
to
pissed.
make it close.
Just wait till he has to edit this episode, then he's going to be pissed.
Right. This concludes our messiest episode of Nintendoons. The first episode I can think of with two hosts that wasn't planned. The final scores are Eugene 63, Justin 42, Mike comes out with 64 3/4 points, and
Yeah.
Steve takes away a point in his own game. This has been Nintendoons, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back after a word from these sponsors who don't exist. But if you'd like to sponsor us, get in touch. We really like money.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Kavilka Vic.
Justin, can you stay for a bit or do you gotta bounce?
I'm gonna find out. She's doing homework right now, but I think she's done because I hear her walking around upstairs.
Go, Justin. Run to her.
She was trying
Be
to do
with her.
homework in the next room, but I was too loud. So
Go. Be with her.
well, I'd like to answer one of the questions before I go.
Oh, I guess I should follow up in the show notes again. So,
Watch your back,
Well,
Steve.
that was fun.
yeah, sorry about that. I think it's voice meter that messes with my machine because it's only when I host that I have serious issues.
Why? I'm curious as to why it would bother your machine and none of ours. Like,
I don't
I
know.
mean,
it was-
admittedly, I was having some chug there too, but I think that's mostly because I was on YouTube.
Well, it
for the
was
last
it
one.
was weird though because you know how you guys say I go dragony when I host. This time
We all
it
sounded
was
dragony to you.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
in reverse. You were all dragons and I couldn't
Well,
hear shit.
It was reverse on your end. It was very much like quid pro quo on ours.
Right.
Yeah,
Maybe next time no dual monitor setup. I also that probably is not helping.
okay.
Mr. Fancy over here with his
Let's
tiny
I
screen.
used to have dual
Steve, we
monitors.
can do a test, like a voice meter test, like privately, like on a time, and we'll see if we can nail down like what's going on. You know.
Okay. I do also have another tower that I can have up and running in the next couple weeks. So there's that
Alright.
possibility too.
Well,
I
to
guess
all of
I'm
our
dropping out because she's downstairs.
Okay. Cool. Want to give your plugs?
Yeah. Follow me on Twitter at Infendo Justin. All my gaming information is on there. If you follow me on utilidork.com, I've got a blog in the barrel waiting to fire. Just gotta put the finishing touches on it. And what the hell is Mike wearing on his head?
These questions and more will be answered next time on Infendo Radio.
Yeah, those of you who wanted, who I said to get in touch with me, get in touch with me on Twitter. I will respond to you tomorrow. All right. Good night.
See you, buddy.
And now a word from our sponsor, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Shit.
Kids, there's
Okay.
nothing cooler than being hugged by someone you like. If someone tries to
feel
touch
like
you
we
the
need
way
to
that makes you
issue-
feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
I feel like we need to issue a semi-formal apology to anybody who listens to us live. This might have been a lot of fun for you. You might really love hearing us screw up and seeing all the behind-the-scenes stuff that goes into the produced show. If this was a headache for you, we apologize. It wasn't.
Yeah, I am
intended
so
that way.
sorry.
It's not. Well, it's not just you either, Steve. Like, I feel like between the five of us, we each had issues tonight. So,
Right.
like, it just kind of sometimes it happens like that. That's the risk you run
Mhm.
with doing a live show. But hey. Fun.
We're here.
Yeah.
Are you more
All
awake
right,
now, Lucas, after all that?
I think I am. That kind of woke me right up.
Good.
And that's good because I think I'm asking the first question, actually. So
Yeah, so why don't you lead us into the question block then, since you are our first person giving the question, and then we'll get rolling.
oh boy, an all Lucas episode. I like it. Oh, welcome back to Infendo Radio. I am once again Lucas. I have not changed from last time, but I am no longer Steven. I am now purely 100% Lucas, as it should be. We are going to do our Patreon section called the question block. The way that works is for $2 a month on Patreon, you can 2 or 3. I always mix that up.
Oh, question block is keep talking and I'll
3.
tell you.
3.
For a specific amount of money on Patreon,
$2.58.
$2.58 for the next month, usually $3. You can ask us a question once a week, and it doesn't even have to be one question. You can ask us like 5 questions, like this first one is going to be. But yeah, ask us a question. It can be about anything. It can be about video games. It can be about us. It can be about our favorite brand of soup, and we will tell you. So we're going to jump right in here. Our first question comes from Mr. Modern Inferno, and it's kind of a multi-part. So I'm going to read the entire thing, and then we can each kind of take turns just going through it, I guess. How did you all meet? You all seem like very different people. Did you know each other in real life or meet elsewhere? And how did the Infendo Radio podcast start? And I feel like I have a pretty good window on how well, I can answer how like the later half of Infendo met because I came in late. I am the 4th of 5 people to join the show. I used to do a podcast very rarely with Mike and Steve, actually. I did a Monster Hunter one with Mike, and then I did 2 Pokemon ones with Steve on our old site that we were a part of, Nintendo Fever. Before
You also did a few normal episodes too, I think.
I don't think I did any normal episodes. I'm pretty sure the Monster Hunter one was my very first podcast.
Yeah, but after that, you were on somehow I put you on a few with like regular news and shit, and then she tried to do that revival thing, and like you and I were both on like separate podcasts, like talking about what we've written and everything.
I'm not 100% sure that that's true, but if you can find it, I'd love to hear it because I've completely blanked that out of my memory, apparently. But anyway, so I had limited experience with podcasts. I did write for Nintendo Fever, which was kind of how I got doing that. And then like something happened with Mike, and like they needed a fill-in on Infendo for like a week, and I had already done like graphics for Eugene. So like they asked me if I wanted to be on for a week, and I did. And then like Mike went on a cruise or something, and I filled in with him and Justin and Eugene, and then I just kind of made it permanent. I kind of weaseled my way in. So that was my experience. I will also say before I jump off and let somebody else answer this, because I think we're each going to have our own stories, and Eugene will probably want to do that how did Infendo start thing. But I don't really think that we're all that different. Like we're kind of different, but we're pretty aligned on a lot of things. So I don't know if we're quite as different as you think we are. But anyway, sure. That's my story. Maybe Steve, since you're pretty new too, you want to tell
I was going to say mine's a relatively short story. I was a listener of both Infendo and Nintendo Fever, and I managed to, I think Mike put out a tweet one day saying, does anyone want to do a Pokemon podcast? And I'd been wanting to do something with Nintendo Fever for forever, so I tweeted back, didn't think it was actually going to happen, but I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I got a message from Mike saying, hey, can you be on this day? So I kind of got on those 2 shows with Mike and Lucas. And then
holy crap, yeah, that is how that happened. Damn.
I know, yeah. Right? Crazy. So it's this is all your fault tonight. I want you to know that, Eugene. This is all Mike's fault.
Hashtag blame Mike. All right.
Yep. Hashtag blame Mike. And then after that, I did a couple of things with an old podcast called Pokemon Voice, one of which never even aired. And then Mike actually got a hold of me a couple months after we did the second Pokemon show and said, hey, we're short on Infendo. When are you getting that computer done? Which is, funnily enough, the one that I still need to get up and running. When are you getting that computer done so you can be on this show? And that's kind of how I got on. For some reason, they decided to keep me around.
And apparently getting like a one-time spot on Infendo Radio pretty much guaranteed you full access now and for all time back then, because we were each like one-time like fill-in people. and we just
Well,
kind
that's
of
how it
like
works for me, too.
became a part of it. Oh God!
Well,
okay,
and
so Mike, tell us.
I'm the thing is, though, is I'm the ultimate weasel. I had never written for the site. I'd never written for any site before I
I'd
joined
never
this.
written for Infendo.
I had never done a podcast before Mike let me onto the Pokemon one.
My only experience with Infendo before this was Mike was like, "Hey, I do a show with a guy, and he's looking for logos. Can you do those?" And I was like, "Here you go. That'll be $50."
And he paid you.
I did.
He was one of my favorite employers.
Yeah, for a whopping like week and a half, he was the most paid employer you've ever had.
Shit.
Go ahead, Mike.
So tell us, Mike, your story, because it's a good one.
So how did we all meet? I met Lucas back in 2012 when the Wii U was still an itty bitty little baby. We were playing Nintendo Land on Miiverse. Well, not on Miiverse, but like we were playing it, and I was posting like tips and tricks on how to do the like the Zelda thing, like how to like get through there without losing any hearts and everything. I got really fucking good at that one. And like we were doing that, and I was sharing my progress. And Lucas was like, "Hey, oh, this is pretty cool. Hey, let's compete. How you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's just how many medals I have." And he's like, "Oh, cool. Let's compete." And then we started going back and forth, and we became friends on there and shit.
Can I add real quick that our first interaction was me posting my progress bar and you writing a smartass comment like, "Oh, gee, why don't you come back when you have something impressive to show?"
Is that surprising at all?
Nope, not one bit.
Oh god, that's not surprising at all. Damn, but fucking, and that's that. We started messaging and bullshitting and becoming friendlier than that. And then we started playing other games together. And then eventually, I was like, "Hey, I forget if I gave you my Facebook or my phone number first." But I was like, "Hey, here we go. Let's fucking be actual real buddies."
I think we did Facebook first, and then we did phone numbers, and I was incredibly uncomfortable with that because I do not make friends over the internet. And I had no idea if you were going to turn out to be a weird creeper or not, but I went with it. And then you got me into Nintendo Fever, and then we bailed that sinking ship together, and we came over to Infendo like a couple of rats.
That's the long and short of it. Yeah, we became a lot of bonding friends and shit. A lot of late nights just playing random games. And I think the first time I ever heard his voice, I made him say something on like Monster Hunter or whatever. I got him to play it. And he's like all like weaselly. He's like, "Hi," and I'm like, "Oh shit, he's real." But I met Steve from Italy. He said it. I didn't really know the fucking guy. He just happened to be someone who often like liked and retweeted us a lot. And I had helm of the Nintendo Fever Twitter.
I was the creeper.
And so every time I posted something, he'd be like liking and like commenting on it and shit. I'm like, all right, this fucker is like the one guy who listens to us. So like I kept in contact with him, and then I made him our Pokemon guy because he fucking had a damn Pikachu at his Twitter headline, and I think he still does.
It changes, but yeah.
Yeah, and so like he came on to Nintendo Fever, and then we all dipped that shit, and thank God we did. But I joined Infendo one time. I guess I was a two-timer before I came on, but one time I was a guest spot because Lewis and Holly wanted to talk about Monster Hunter, and I was like the pro, so they brought me on for episode 298 or something like that, 299, 298. Right before the hiatus, yep. And then that was cool. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was really nervous. And then I was like talking to Eugene and stuff. I was liking everything. And he's like, "Hey, we need a guest spot and everything, and you're always talking to us. You want to join or something like that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll come on. What the hell? Why not?" And Nintendo Fever's not going anywhere. So I did a guest spot, and that was the first Nintendo's episode. And we still had Chris on board. And we still had Chris on board for that. And I remember like I came on late for a date and everything. Like the first game Eugene played was Ninja Gaiden, gay guy.
from my phone.
Yeah, and I got it right like the first fucking note, like the game, the sequel, the subtitle. No, turn that timer off. This is a bad question.
I actually forgot it was going. Actually,
this is a bad question for that one. I feel like, but
yeah.
And like a couple games later, I kept getting it right, and Chris was like, "Are you sure your date went well?"
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh,
because you're kind of fucking nerdy, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, it went great. Yeah, we're already dating. Yeah, ha ha ha." So like, and then I was like, hey, yeah, that was really fun and stuff. And then Nintendo Fever was really going down, and Game Gravy, the parent site, went down. And I'm like, hey, Eugene, we're kind of losing our website here. Can I kind of like just hop over and like be a full-time guy? Like, I won't curse too much. And then
that was when I was still editing the show to edit the curses out. Jesus,
yeah.
I forgot about that.
You're actually the reason why the show can no longer has censorship, right? Like,
yeah, I'm that guy.
He couldn't keep up with your god tier level of.
Everything I do is on an echelon no one's prepared to like handle, and then we go bad from there. But that's basically how we did it, and I'm not sure how Justin came on board. I think Justin like wrote some shit now and then, but
maybe Eugene will tell us.
Yeah, I can kind of take Justin and my end of things. So I guess I'll start with Justin because I kind of brought him on, but that was because Harrison, former host of Infendo Radio, who's now a host over at Nintendo Voice, he actually put out a tweet when I purchased Infendo from the former owners saying that we were looking for people, writers. Justin was the first person to write me in. And yeah, we actually put an article out from him, and then Infendo went on hiatus for about a year because my life hit me, and then a year later, I decided to kind of bring the podcast back. I do one with Chris, my buddy Chris. The next podcast, I asked Justin if he wants to join because, I still have his contact. He's ready and willing. And then that was the former Infendo Radio 351 that we ended up putting out. And then, yeah, so Justin's been with us ever since. Oh, God. My power is flickering on and off, so that might be a bad sign.
Oh, dear. Show's going down. So if the live stream suddenly ends, we know why.
Everybody get ready. I'm the only guy not having problems, so I might be on my own here in about half an hour.
Okay, so but how I joined Infendo was, gosh, way back in, I want to say it was 2000. I would get the date wrong. It was before the Wii was a thing, actually. It was right around
high school.
No, not before the Wii was a thing. It was right after the Wii was about to transition into the Wii U, because I remember my first couple of articles was about like Last Story and Xenoblade not coming over to America and stuff like that. So whatever that time period was, I ended up emailing the owner at the time. His name was Blake Snow. And, asked if he wanted a guest writer because I was kind of into writing at the time. I was just writing on my own little personal blogs. And he said, yeah. So I ended up writing for the site. Then Blake Snow and Derek Buck, who were running Infendo Radio, they said that they weren't going to be doing the show anymore. So, I kind of asked if I could take it up again. I did with Chris way back then again. And, we brought it back. Chris kind of dropped off, and we brought Essel, Pratt, and Lewis kind of.
He's my favorite.
I love Essel. Yeah, he was great, man. Essel and Harrison. It was me, Essel, and Harrison for the longest time, and then Lewis came on, and then he kind of took over the show because there was a bunch of drama with the new owners, and then they did it for a while, and then here we are. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I just want to hop in and run off of that too, like fucking like Essel, like being the writer that he is, fucking Essel got me my first ever like published and like writing and any kind of like actual like created published book. So I give him a lot of props for getting me out there. And also I never even heard of Infendo until like 2012, and I was like, my one friend Mark, he was like commenting on shit, and I joined and I was reading some articles. I'm like, yeah, I'll come comment, because I was like in the height of my trolling days. I was like, I'm gonna come in here and wreck shit. And like I was coming on, like people were like, I think like Lewis was like, hey, you comment a lot, come join it, like let's talk and everything, and that kind of spurred some stuff too. And lo and behold, like really, if you want to be on Infendo, just comment a lot and like join us and shit. That's really how that works.
I guess it's also probably worth saying that if you want like a kind of brief but full history of the show, we did kind of go over that in episode 400 before we really got started with the whole like ranking the list thing. So you can go back and listen to that and kind of hear all the old people talk about how they started up and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, and Lucas, I put it in the chat, like on our Google Hangout chat, your podcast that you did without me on Nintendo Fever.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. I only remember the Monster Hunter and the two Pokemon. So I guess we're really killing this one. We should really stop this. But I knew nothing of podcasts and don't listen to podcasts. So like this whole medium was foreign to me. Like I just like talking. So that's my
Right.
I think I'm probably the least podcast educated of the group. I don't know anybody that you guys talk about. I never listened to podcasts before I started doing them. Like, you know.
Right.
All
All right. Well, we are going to move on to our next question. Obviously, we're vain as fuck because we just talked about ourselves for like 20 minutes. But let's move on to the next question. And I believe that's for you, Steve. So why don't you take us away?
So this one comes to us from Mike Corky Dog. Being it's Christmas time, what games are you guys hoping to get in your stockings? That's easy for me. I want Skyrim. I have a hard time paying $60 for it. I don't know why. But if, I found that in my stocking or found myself with some extra eShop credit, I am quite happy to get that one. So, what about you guys?
I need to think. Someone else hop in.
I flat out already told my people what I'm interested in, so I'm good. Mike got me Monopoly, so that was fun.
Monopoly.
I can never tell if you're frozen or not because sometimes Mike just stops moving and my camera's fixated on him right now. So I don't know if it's my internet or if it's just Mike freezing still. But I really want Fire Emblem Warriors. Fire Emblem Warriors is probably my number one game that I want that I haven't been able to get yet. Other than that, I would take either Monster Hunter Stories or Mario Party Top 100. Both of those would be fantastic. But honestly, just about anything would be great. I'm not that picky. I really want Bayonetta now. That's going to be fun. And I'd love to get my hands on ukulele at some point, but I don't think anybody can buy that for me because it's a digital game. So
I forgot. Metroid Samus Returns is the other one.
I gotta give you the whole buyer beware on that because I don't think any of us that actually played that game really got into it for more than a few hours. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, I beat it.
I'm sure it'll.
I beat it.
Oh, you beat it? I feel like we were all kind of we played it and then we were eh.
I was waiting for you and Justin to kind of finish it because we had that initial conversation and I kind of wanted to go into more discussion on it, but you guys never caught up to me. So
I just stopped playing flat out. I was done. But so those are my games. I guess Fire Emblem Warriors is probably my top pick because I love the Warriors games. But yeah,
sure. Yeah, honestly, I don't really get I don't expect games in my stocking. When I want games, I get them. So that's an interesting question. But the game that I want to get for myself, after all is said and done, and I buy all the presents and everything like that. I think that most of them aren't Nintendo titles, actually. I've been dying to play the new Wolfenstein game. I want to play Nier. I want to play...
Wolfenstein will be on the Switch soon.
Mm-hmm. True. But I kind of want to play it to kind of be in the conversation, and I've already seen some good deals about it. Everybody's talking about it, and I don't want to get spoiled. I hear that it's really good. But yeah, there's a lot of games that I want to play that aren't on Nintendo consoles because I think I've gotten my fix. Usually with the Nintendo games, I'll get them right as they come out and kind of get my fill. I kind of wait up on some of the other games on the other consoles.
If your Xbox list of video games is any indication, you are not first and foremost a Nintendo gamer. You have an incredible Xbox library that we discovered today. So.
I do. I have a lot of games. I play a lot of games. Yeah, for sure. So, okay. Well, yeah, that's really it for me. I mean, Mike, you want to jump in here?
I'm kind of with you. The games that I want, I already have. And if I want a game, I'll just buy it myself if I can afford it. But I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I've got Monopoly. I'm good there.
Do you ever want to get Stories?
I do. I actually do want to get that really fucking bad. And a friend of mine on Facebook was joking around saying that she's going to get it for me because she got it. She never played Monster Hunter before. And I'm like, I want it. I never got around to getting it. She's like, oh my God, I'm going to get it for you. I'm like, whatever. I'm not going to say no at this point. But I do want Monster Hunter Stories. I want Monster Hunter World fucking really bad. Every time I see an ad for it, the beta came out, I was like, none of my friends played it. I hate them all. Sure. But I don't know what I want. I'm usually there's usually a lot of games coming out that I want, but I have them. it's weird.
It's the fun part of being an adult, but it's also kind of weird. It's like Halloween. It's not as special because you can just go to the store and buy candy any time of the year, you know? Like
Right.
now when Christmas comes around, you can just buy yourself video games. You don't need to be gifted them. So
Right? And like, man, I got Rocket League, I got Splatoon, I got Bomberman, I got all the shit that I want that everybody has. Damn, I don't know. If there's a game coming out that anyone wants me to get, recommend it to me and I'll look at it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm feeling this topic right now. But I got nothing. Other than Monster Hunter and Monster Hunter. And maybe some other 3DS games I haven't thought of.
it kills me that you're always the one that runs the timer.
Right? Metroid would be nice too. I'll play Metroid.
Okay, so let's move on to JZB's question here, and this one was aimed at me. It looks like, so I'm going to take it. Question from Mr. Torque. Explosions.
Wait, hold on. Before I got specific request in the chat from James to read this in my Macho Man voice. So
okay, hit it.
Explosions.
Thank you very much for that. How sick would a Borderlands collection be on the Switch? Honestly, I'd kill for that. Have you guys ever played Borderlands?
I have not.
I've seen it.
I watched my roommate play it pretty extensively in college, so
that's that would be the perfect game for like us to get and play on a game night, because that that's what it is. It's basically built for multiplayer. It's like Diablo with guns, really, you know. So
I didn't realize that. Everything I saw was single player.
Oh no, dude, it's a huge multiplayer game. Borderlands 2 especially.
It's pretty fucking big on multiplayer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome multiplayer. Like that's how I played it exclusively, at least Borderlands 2 anyway. So yeah, that would be amazing. Give it to me. Any interjection from anybody else? Obviously, nobody else has played Borderlands. It doesn't seem.
Nope.
I wouldn't mind playing it. That kind of reminds me that fucking, what was I gonna say? Payday comes out on the Switch all of a sudden. Like that sounds interesting. I never played Payday, but like people seem to like that online. When they showed off that Morpheus Lawler, that fucking game where you shoot people and your body parts get bigger and shit, that reminded me of Borderlands. Yeah. I'm not sure why. I think maybe because of the artwork and like the graphical design of it. But like, I don't know. I'd play Borderlands if it came out on the Switch.
Speaking of kind of games that are kind of Diablo, like that 9 Parchments game just came out, right? So that I think that one was supposed to have 4-player co-op too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Nice. I was scorned on Diablo-esque knockoff games by a 3DS game I'm not going to mention because I'm going to make it a Nintendo game whenever I host it. But it was delayed for a year.
It's Days of Ruin or whatever, that one. I know what you're talking about. That's that... shit. I keep talking. I know it. I'm going to look it up. I guess
give Eugene the point.
Yeah, give me the point early. I'm back in the running for Nintendo's this week, guys.
Eugene, it sounds like you're really wanting to play some 4-player multiplayer games with us. Like,
yes,
you brought up like 4.
Well, thankfully for all the people involved, I'm on break and I'm around tonight. I mean, I gotta wake up early to take my dad to work, but otherwise, I'm fucking around.
I'll probably be up.
I'll be here. I don't really want to get into plans while we're still on the show, but yeah. I mean,
Heroes of Ruin.
Maybe we should just jump to the next question. I feel like we kind of killed this one.
It is Heroes of Ruin. That's why he's not saying anything.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I saw that shit at E3, Mike. I was pumped about that. I saw it like pre-release. I think I wrote an article for Infendo about it, about how awesome it was going to be. And I pre-ordered that game. I
pre-ordered that game and it got delayed for 2 years. And I was like, okay, I got it. And none of my friends got it, and it was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
See what you did, JZ Beast? Your silly little question devolved into this horrible conversation.
He's happy with it.
Shame on you.
Okay, yeah, we kind of wandered on this one. So why don't we start our next question? Mike, why don't you take us away with this one?
Minus64 wants to know from all of us, tell us a secret that no one knows about you.
Oh, God.
Well, I'm going to start off with what I had on my Pokemon Sun and Moon question about this when I asked you about that in the game. I am secretly a woman, but also a grandfather. So.
I don't know if I got a secret.
A secret about me no one knows. Gee, does anyone know I write poetry? Does anyone have anyone have a fucking idea about that whatsoever?
See, it's funny that you say that because I was going to say I always go with my middle name is Peace. But since I've been plugging my game design Twitter, which is Lucas Peace, that's kind of no longer a secret.
Right.
This is hard. Like, especially since
I
got
one.
All right, hit it.
I like Pikachu.
Okay.
Nobody would have guessed.
How about I'll tell you? So this isn't exactly a secret, but it's the story that none of you guys have heard, and probably is that none of the listeners have heard. So when I was in high school,
Eugene smokes weed. No way.
Yep, that was the story I was going to tell. When I was in high school, I was like 16 years old, and my car got blown up by my ex-girlfriend.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
That took a dark turn.
Yeah, and I thought I had a bad ex-girlfriend. Fuck.
Want to hear the story there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we broke up, and then, as you do, we started doing like little silly pranks to each other. So like I'd silly string her house, she'd toilet paper my house.
Were these like malicious, or were they like?
We broke up. We're doing silly pranks. I TP'd her house. She blew up my car.
It escalated, obviously, to a point where, I think the night before we got, like, me and a couple of my buddies, we got like 5 packs of like 52 rolls each, and we just went ballistic on her house. So,
oh my God, you really did TP her house and she blew up your car. Wow, I was just kidding.
So she decided to silly string my entire car and toilet paper my entire car, and
heated.
I've got pictures of this pre-explosion, but the bad idea was that she decided to put a smoke bomb on the top of the car because what they said was they thought that it would turn the toilet paper colors. Little did they know that toilet paper and silly string are both highly flammable, and the rest is history.
Wow.
Were you pissed? Like, I don't usually see you pissed. Were you pissed? Or were you like, it's all good, just buy me a new car?
It's all right, guys. I got Infendo ad money coming in.
Yeah. I was more in shock than anything else, but yeah, that was a thing that happened to me.
Gee, fucking.
So, Lucas, top that.
I can't top that. Mine isn't even so much a story, but I guess I will go with. I have 2 very different hobbies that are not like at all video game or game design or anything related. I like reading about war strategy from like 1,000 years ago. Like I have a thing for like tactical war strategy. And I also like aliens and the occult. So those are like my 2 outside hobbies, I guess. I don't know. I have like a bunch of favorite alien abduction stories that I follow, and I've read The Art of War like 3 times. So
my girlfriend hates aliens, so she'd be like totally bummed out by you right now.
Well, I'm already like stealing you away from her, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
I have this one book that's like since Eugene told a story, I want to tell his story. I used to sneak when I used to work more full time at the movie theater. I used to sneak reading The Art of War when I would like serve popcorn like under the desk. But I have this like big book that goes into like detail of like every major battle in history from like hundreds of years ago BC to like the early 40s and 50s. Like I absolutely love it because like every page has like drawings of where the soldiers went and like a timeline of what happened and what caused like one army to win and one army to lose and everything. It's fascinating. Like I really love like old war strategy. And contrary to that, I hate like war because I'm a product of hippies, but like I enjoy the strategy aspect. I like the tactical side of things. So
right.
That's what you get.
Okay. Here's something. Well, Lucas knows about this, but I was a third wheel in a married couple relationship for like 5 years, and I was aware of it, and I didn't really care. And then I stopped that because she was getting way too obsessive and creepy. I
was really surprised that you chose to do that as your story.
And we had a threesome, and then like we just broke off talking after that.
So that's a thing that happened. Steven, tell us about you.
Well, you're going to love this because my story is the complete opposite of that. I was in choir growing up. No joke. And we got to go to Italy in 1998 and sing Sunday Mass in a side chapel of the Sistine Chapel for Pope John Paul II.
Oh my God!
Sorry, not the Sistine Chapel. St. Peter's Basilica.
The Vatican.
Yes. Yeah, the Vatican.
Thank you, Stephen, for bringing us back to the Holy Land.
Yeah, a little bit of a 180.
Nothing else happened. There were no wives. There were no car bombs. There were no alien abductions. We just went to the Vatican and prayed for a moment. This has been an us-heavy episode, by the way. Like, I realized that it's not us picking it; it's our patrons. But like, we just basically spent a half an hour talking about us. So.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Justin, I have a secret. Your mother.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, we do have one more question from Phantom, and I'm gonna take this one away. So he asks: Are there any gaming companies that you have a grudge against? This can include companies that make gaming accessories like Mad Cats or Horrid. So I'm gonna take this one first. And say, I think I kind of mentioned this last week, but I don't see video game companies. Like when there was the whole big Sega Nintendo war and everything like that, and I was a kid, I was like, I don't really give a fuck. I just like video games. So if I like a game on Sega console, I'll play it. If I like a game on a Nintendo console, I'll play it. Like I don't hold grudges like that. So like these are $1 million corporations. I don't see it that way. With that said, you guys tell me why you guys are so pissed.
I'm Italian. We hold grudges. Choice provisions. I know you guys have heard this story before, but they made a promise to fix a game that didn't work. They didn't hold said promise. I called them on it. I got blocked on Twitter. So that's my story.
I'm not crazy about, I think it's Ed Boon, the guy who did Injustice, because of that whole like weird pulling the DLC halfway through on the Wii U version. I don't know. I feel like there are other companies that I feel like I've gotten burned with. Oh, I have a weird relationship with Way Forward. Because, like, part of me kind of, like, admires what they do with, like, small budget games, but I also kind of feel like they use over-sexualized main characters to sell their products, and a lot of times their games aren't really that enjoyable or, like, that long-lasting. And
you mean they over-sexualized Shantae on the 3DS? You don't say.
Well, it's not just Shantae either, though. I mean, that one with all the police people, the
Mighty Switch Force.
The space one, the Mighty Milky Way. Like every time they do a character, it's just like a scantily clad woman with big chest, big butt, and almost no outfit on. Like I get it, but like it feels like you should be able to come up with character designs that don't have to rely on that all the time. Like it makes sense with Shantae because she's a genie, and like that's how genies are supposed to look. But like
I agree with you because I really hated how they fucking made Uncle Scrooge and DuckTales have a very gigantic ass. And I was like, come on now.
Well, and that's the other side of the coin, though. The games that they've done, like DuckTales and Adventure Time, have been really top-notch. Like, they know how to make quality games.
Contra 4.
But I feel like the few times...
Contra 4?
Oh, I didn't even know they did that. But, but like, so I respect them on that end, but I just feel like their own IPs, they kind of mess up with. I don't know. Well, and I already have kind of a bias for them because one of my first Way Forward games was Mighty Milky Way for like DSi, and that game just had an insane curve right at the end where it's like impossible to beat the last level. So that's always kind of stuck with me, I guess. I've played Shantae games that end really quickly and abruptly, and just, I don't know. Just kind of a lot of mixed feelings toward Way Forward.
Sure.
That said, way forward, if you're hiring, please keep me in mind.
Right?
You look like a good place to start.
Yeah, and choice provisions. I'll take a review code for Runner 3.
we here at Infendo hold grudges, but we do not. I forget what I was going to say.
All publicity is good publicity.
Discriminate.
Right?
We don't discriminate jobs. Yes.
Can we not? Can we not do like a 20-minute discussion about why you dislike Capcom? Because I feel like
I wasn't going on Capcom. I did that enough already.
Okay.
I have a highly explosive grudge, but I'm trying to maintain it for public reasons because I want them to be on the show. Because I fucking hate them and I want them to stand up.
NBA Playgrounds.
I have a problem with Mad Dog Entertainment, who I guess I forget developed or published NBA Playgrounds, but they have the worst fucking PR team I've ever seen in my life. Even Playtonic did better than this. Like at least Playtonic's like, hey guys, here's a Kickstarter update. We're gonna mention the Switch version and be like, hey, it's coming. It's coming. You don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. NBA Playground team is like, oh hey, here's a DLC for every other console but Nintendo. Oh, when's Nintendo coming out? What? The fuck's a Nintendo? Like, oh, we're way more mad than you are about this. It's not our fault. Like, oh hey,
that wasn't a great line.
No, and then oh hey, we're gonna actually give you guys a DLC now. Here you go. It's fucking 7 gigabytes or 15. I forget what it was, but like the whole game is like 15 fucking gigs, and it's not worth it. And then like they keep getting more updates for the game, like more characters, more NBA players, more YouTubers for some fucking reason. Hell, I can probably get on it. I can probably get on NBA Playground's way. They're getting people on there. And again, the Switch has been totally neglected, and we still haven't fucking got Shaq Fu yet.
That was my question: is where's Shaq Fu?
Right, and like it got to the point where like they were answering people on Facebook and Twitter, and like their Facebook page says like, oh, replies like within 24 hours or instantly. It still says that. Never fucking answered me, and like I get that, like whatever. They probably got a lot of people coming up and everything, but like I was like, hey guys. Like, I really want you guys to come on our podcast and send a radio. I know you've had a lot of bad publicity for Nintendo. I really want you guys to come out and say your piece and speak your mind. But, you know, and then they never fucking answer me. I'm like, hey, is this page even fucking active? And on Twitter, I'm like, hey, guys, what's going on here? Are you going to fucking talk to me or what? And I'm pretty sure they fucking have me muted or something because they don't even answer me anymore. I swear to fucking God, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. It's like, what the fuck, guys? Like, I downloaded the game again just so I could play it, and it's fun, but it's annoying as shit. It's annoying as shit how you have a fucking company and you're so bad at fucking talking to people.
His voice goes so fast when he gets angry.
I was trying to stay within the time limit, and then fucking, I don't know.
Well, that was the question block, folks. Thanks for writing in on those ones. If you have $2.58, you can write in too.
Do you really want to after this?
All right, so let's go right into change the system since we're already running long in the tooth.
Oh my God, we still have a fucking show to go?
Oh God.
No!
Yeah, so let's keep this one brief. I'm gonna set the timer kind of quick on this one so we can make this kind of brief. But yeah, so what you guys been playing this week? Does anybody want to start?
I'll start.
Hit me.
Okay. So I played Mario Party Top 100 yesterday with a friend, like all day. It's cool. There's some stuff that I don't like, obviously, but overall it's well done. Most of the mini games are reinvented in a good way. A couple of them aren't. Bumper balls kind of got ruined, but whatever. No boards, that sucks. But one of the cool things about it is if you're playing multiplayer, and like it's a download multiplayer because you only need one cartridge, and you both have your volume up, the guy who owns the game has the music, and the guy who doesn't own the game has like the background beats. So like I don't know why they chose to do the music that way, but it's actually kind of awesome.
That's cool. Hey, wait, interjection. Don't they have some kind of board mode you can like have amiibos be really fucking cheap for and everything?
Maybe. We just played minigame mode most of the time. The boards, it's not Mario Party, you know? I've been over this before on the show. I'm not going to do it again. I want Mario Party like it was for like the first 6-7 games. Like, that's all I want. But let's see. Other than that, it's mostly been Breath of the Wild. Pokemon, but that's not really that interesting. Pokemon. I played Pokemon. But and Monopoly and Joy Sound. Okay. Let's go with Monopoly first. I beat Mike twice online. That was amazing. Online matches are great. POTUS, if you ever want to play us again, feel free, because that was the thing that we did. Kick Mike's butt. But anyway, then I downloaded a Japanese karaoke program called Joy Sound. I got a 24-hour subscription with 500 yen and played around on that for a while. There are a ton of MIDI songs. There's MIDI music of pretty much every mainstream modern American song. I found the Pikmin song. I know Uta. Mike, what were some of the top hits we found? We found Beyonce. We found Shaggy.
We found Fifth Harmony. We found Linkin Park. We found Eminem. There's a lot of Eminem on there. Mariah Carey's on there. Frozen's on there.
Oh, All Star. We found All Star. So yeah, if you want to blow $5 on something you can't really use and you have to figure out how to play, go with Joy Sound.
That was a highlight of Monday night.
That brings me to that was like 2 hours of joy. That brings me to my last game that I've really been playing, which is Breath of the Wild, the Champion's Ballad. Downloaded it, played it, beat it. Wasn't crazy impressed. It was okay. If you like Breath of the Wild, you're going to like the Champion's Ballad. If you don't really like Breath of the Wild, the Champion's Ballad is just going to be more of the same stuff you don't like. I was crazy disappointed by how many shrines there were. I was suitably disappointed. Mike, you might want to unplug for this next little bit.
Unplugging.
I was also suitably disappointed that they rehash all 4 boss fights from the original game, but they limit your items and make that a thing. I will say, and hopefully I'm not spoiling this for anybody. No, I'm just going to go with it. Okay, but like any of our listeners, like you might just want to fast forward like a half a minute here. But I did like the last dungeon. I thought that was kind of cool. They gave us another thing to do. I liked the final boss fight. That was really cool. I don't really like the Master Cycle as much as I thought I did. I thought it would be a lot more fun to drive a motorcycle around open world Hyrule, but it's just kind of like a horse that moves automatically. So yeah, Mike, you're good. You're good. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. I don't know. Like overall, I'm happy I tried it, but I kind of probably wouldn't buy any more Breath of the Wild DLC unless it was radically different. I will say, and this part won't be a problem for Mike, but I will say I was most disappointed, I think, by the fact that it really wasn't the story DLC that they were kind of touting it up to be. Like, you get a couple of cutscenes, but, like, it's got as weak of a story as Breath of the Wild had. Like,
sure.
I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. Like, it was fine, and it gave me, like, 10 extra hours of gameplay, but is it gameplay I'd ever really want to do again? Probably not. So that's my take.
Sure. All right. Who wants to jump in next?
I'll go next. I, too, have been playing Pokemon a lot. I finally completed the story mode on it, or, well, the main story, I guess. I got the cover legendary, which I was super excited about. I still haven't done the Ultra Beast stuff. I did the Rainbow Rocket stuff, which I really, really enjoyed. The throwbacks that they have in there are awesome. Like,
I haven't done it yet.
I don't really want to spoil anything for it yet because it's still kind of soon.
Please and thank you.
I really enjoyed that section. We'll probably talk about it on the Pokemon spoiler cast that we'll do at some point. Other than that, I've just been playing Breath of the Wild. I downloaded it. It came out at midnight on my birthday, which was awesome. So I downloaded it. I started playing it at 10 o'clock my time. Finished playing it at, 12, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. So I played it literally for 5 hours straight. Got through the opening segment, and then I got through Mipha's segment. And that's all I've played, because after that I went back to Pokemon. I really like the Breath of the Wild DLC. I just am way more into Pokemon right now than I am Zelda. So, and I was going to start playing Box Boy again last night because I downloaded the soundtrack, and then I was in the middle of a Pokemon battle, and I'm still playing Pokemon, so Box Boy's probably not going to happen. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been playing this week.
Awesome.
Cool. So
want to hit it up, Mike?
yeah, I'll run it. So I'm out of school finally for a month. So I'm back in my gaming shit as basically Monday night. Zelda. Got all the outfits. Disappointed, but I knew I would be. Started doing a DLC. I got to the point where I am now at I've gotten Rivali and Urbosa's stuff done. Was let down by how many shrines there were, like Lucas was, and oh my fucking god. Like there's so many little things that bug me. And I don't want to talk about them for spoiler reasons because people in the chat still haven't done everything. So I don't want to be all like, ugh.
I kind of just talked about all of it though, so.
Oh, cool. I wouldn't know. But yeah, I'm starting to do Mifa stuff right now, and I'm kind of bummed. And like, yeah, like the fact that it's only like 5 or so little memories and they don't last very long, kind of bummed. That's Zelda for me. Dragon Ball. Been playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse again because I'm having fun with that. The figure mode is really fun. I keep getting the same fucking figurines though. It's starting to piss me off. But still having fun with it. Pokemon, I am about to fight Olivia, the second grand trial. Been going really slow with that because, again, my 3DS is stuck in my bathroom or wherever I plug it into, so I have to sit down and play it and not, like, do things. So I don't have the luxury of playing it very often. Played a little bit of Monster Hunter. Played Monopoly with my girlfriend and her family. Beat them after a 3-hour battle. It was torture. Lucas didn't beat me as bad as he made it sound. It was pretty bullshit. It was pretty close and bullshit. But
kicked your ass.
Do you want to settle this? Do you want to go on again tonight? I will take you. I will open it fucking. If Monopoly is still $15 on Amazon, buy that shit and fucking get it and play it with us. Come on, don't. It's Monopoly. You think it's gonna be bad? You think it's gonna be boring? But like, it's fun playing with us, and like, it's absurd, and we all get to fucking cuss at each other. And I was mad as shit when I was losing now. But
there were a lot of jokes involving POTUS, like getting taxed and going to jail and things like that too. It was a fun time playing with POTUS. So you know.
Oh yeah, and there was a lot of like times where I was listening to the recording. I was making a lot of pissed off jokes, and it was good. I did the arms fighting thing with not Rocket Man, Ninjara.
Oh yeah.
That was fun. I am now 56 arms away from getting all the arms. So soon, hopefully. Let's see what else. Monster Hunter, talk about that. Mario Odyssey a little bit. Bomberman a little bit. Just downloaded the update for Snipper Clip and Rocket League, and I just bought this new game called Riptide GP Renegade. It's like a weird looking game. It has online. I'm trying to see what it's like, but I'll let you guys know later on. But awesome. Yeah, that's it for me. That's it.
Cool. Well, my section won't be too long. I've been playing a lot of the same, but mostly been playing a lot of the same. So I've been playing a lot of PUBG. It actually just dropped on Xbox, so I'm really pumped about that. I've also been playing. So actually, this week has been me really been playing catch up because I've been trying to play a lot of games that came out earlier in the year that I've heard good things about that I just haven't had the time to get back to yet. So I've been playing a lot of Neo. I don't know if you guys have heard that one because that dropped on the PC, so I was pretty pumped about that. That one's really cool. It's like a I don't know. I guess you'd have to describe it as like a Japanese-themed Dark Souls. So you guys know how much I like the Dark Souls series. So this one really, I really enjoyed this one a lot. So I've been playing that one. Haven't beaten it yet. I've also been playing Nier on the PC. That one came out earlier in the year. It's been getting a lot of high praise. It's actually really interesting. I haven't put a lot of time into that one. But yeah, then like I said earlier, the rest of the time I've been playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and I've been playing a lot of that. I've been playing that on the test server because that has all the new stuff. So it actually has a new map that just dropped. So it's the new desert map. That one's really cool. And it has like the new vaulting mechanic, which is really awesome. And it also came out on the Xbox One, so I'm probably going to just be playing that for the rest of my life. That actually has the vaulting mechanic in there as well. I have to say, though, it doesn't look as good as what it would look on PC, but it looks a lot worse than I thought it would. I mean, I just have an original Xbox One console, so, you know, take that for what it is. But yeah, it's interesting to see how much of a hit it had to take graphically, which is fine. But there's just like little things that you start noticing, like, for example, like the map on the bottom of the screen. When you're flying over the big, huge map on PC, it just, like, you know, scrolls smoothly. On the Xbox One version, it just kind of like chugs. It's like, blip, blip, blip.
I guess that doesn't bode well for a Switch port.
I'm kind of thinking that, yeah. I think this game is going to be too much for the Switch, to be honest for you. I mean, I think they can do a version of it for the Switch, but it can't be as big. Like, it's not going to be the real thing, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of disappointing, unfortunately. But that one was I've been playing that game for the most of my playtime. I have to say it's really good. It's still really good on the Xbox One. Don't get me wrong. I really like it. They fine-tuned the mechanics for controller, I think, really well. It does take some getting used to, especially coming from mouse and keyboard. But yeah, that's pretty much been all my playtime. So I'm not gonna take any more of the timer here. So guys, it's been a long show. Why don't we get out of here and tell everybody where we can find each other on the internet? So Mike, where can we find you on the internet this week?
You can find me on Twitter at Mike_the_poet. I just finally fucking made a little image with all my gaming IDs. So I'll post that on Twitter and I'll pin it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll have all my stuff up there finally. And yeah, Mike_the_poet, and have fun. Follow me.
I saw your little MS Paint masterpiece. That was brilliant.
Thank you.
Steve, where can we find you this week?
You can find me at Gentis1 on Twitter. I'll probably be on Splatfest this weekend. In fact, I'll probably be on Splatoon tonight, leveling up my Splatfest tee. I've decided to go with Team Sweater because I'm probably going to go tomorrow to the mall and buy a Pikachu Ugly Christmas sweater to wear for the rest of the Christmas shit I got to go to this year. So nice. I had to go with Team Sweater given that.
Well done.
And also check out our Discord. There's been a lot of work that's been put into it behind the scenes, and it's really coming along nicely. So check it out. There's an announcements page. There's a page for all of our friend codes and stuff now. We've simplified it a little bit, and this is minus Hacks and Phantom that have really taken the lead on this. So thanks to you three. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, you can join by checking out our profile description on Twitter. So there's the link in there if you guys want to join. Definitely join in if you guys want to play some games, some Rocket League or something.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So Lucas, where can we find you this week?
I know it's late, but do you mind if I do my whole annoying plug thing?
Oh, you do you.
Okay, so forgive me if this sounds rude or money grubbing or whatever, but I guess I'll start with I got my first game demo out, and Mike proved in the night that it was a buggy mess. So then I got my second.
Oh my god, I'm sorry,
out.
I didn't plug that. I changed the system. I'm sorry. It was fucking fun for hours. We were just having fun with that.
Cool. So yeah, my game Hue Adventure that I've been working on, I more or less kind of finished the rough of the first level. And there were a ton of bugs, but Mike kind of helped me catch most of them and fix it up. He's also been doing some amazing stuff like breaking through the game and finding little glitches and things that I love. And
hey, don't spoil it. I have a speedrun record going.
but so we had a lot of fun with that. It's amazing watching somebody play something that you've made, like even if there's a lot to fix on it yet. So that brings me to the next announcement that I've got, which is I am kind of opening up my own little Patreon. I know that sounds kind of weird because I'm part of the Infendo Patreon, but I have a kind of littler version for my game. The site is patreon.com/shoeadventure. I only have 2 tiers. For $1, either every month or only for 1 month, you get a patron credit in my game and every beta version of the game that I release. For $5 a month, if you want to be a more dedicated patron, you're going to get access at the end of each month to my game, however far I am in development. It's going to be buggy. There's going to be a lot going on. I don't think most game developers do this, but I am just starting out. I don't work for anybody but myself, and I kind of want to get my stuff out there to as many people as possible. I'm also kind of excited by the idea of maybe actually earning a little bit of cash, even if it's minor, for a game that I'm working on, since nobody's paying me to do it. But if you have any interest at all in it, or you just want to be a supportive dude or madam, I greatly appreciate you even just checking it out. You don't even have to jump on and make a donation. Just get the word out there. But yeah, so sorry in advance if that sounded weird, because I know I'm already kind of getting a cut of the Patreon from Infendo Radio.
Why don't you give us your Patreon URL, though, before you forget?
I did, but I'll do it again. It's patreon.com/HueAdventure. That's HUE Adventure. Yeah, so feel free to check it out. I also have my game demo up on itch.io. I'm kind of still fixing it up a little bit because, after all the mic stuff, I got some stuff fixed, but there's other stuff I need to kind of correct. But if you want to download the latest version of that, you can just go to my Twitter, which is @LucasPeace_. And there should be a link right up there to download the game. I'm keeping it private for now because I don't really want a bunch of strangers downloading it. But hey, you're a cool 1,000 or so listeners on Infendo Radio. I know I can trust you. So yeah, feel free to find the link and click it. I'll probably make it a pinned tweet so it's easier to find in the future. But that's my thing. So yeah, feel free to play it and get back to me. I know there's going to be a lot to fix, but I want to keep working on it. So thank you. And good night.
You can also find him at Mike_DA_parrot on Twitter.
Yeah, that just felt so unnecessary compared to everything else that I just plugged that I figured why bother.
Hey, I'm cutting it out there, goddammit.
So also you can expect to hear weekly plugs from me about that now, which will be just fun for everybody in the podcast, but I'll keep it short. I won't be horrible about it. So anyway, that's me.
Nice. Awesome. All right. Well, you can find me and everything I'm doing at Infendo Radio. Wait, what am I saying here? At Infendo Eugene on Twitter. Jesus Christ. You can find everything Infendo is doing at Infendo on Twitter. You can find everything that's going on Infendo.com, like some of the ads that we've got running, some of the reviews we've got going up, some of the listener written articles that are awesome. I mean, we've got Phantom, we've got Matt Chumney, we've got a bunch of people in there that are doing some good stuff. So thank you for that.
And if you're looking for a cheap place to find some online casinos, there's nowhere better to search than Infendo.com.
He's not wrong, folks.
Also, watch out for a review for Mutant Muds coming later this week after I get it.
And I also think Minus said he was working on something a week or two ago. I'm curious to see. I don't remember him posting that yet. So
that's going to be
kind of curious to see what comes of that.
Phantom is also working on an article too, according to the chat.
Oh, awesome. Really?
Awesome.
Oh, I'm excited.
So check the website. It's going to be busy.
Yeah, Infendo.com. It's my source for news, which is why I never know what I'm talking about. But
and Minus just pledged your Patreon, Lucas.
Thank you, Midas.
Very nice.
All right, cut the video.
All right, guys. Well, let's get out of here. It's been a long week.
It's been a long show.
Yeah.
It's been a long week. It's been a long show. It's been a long podcast, but we're here and we're ready to go. I'm going to. Can I cut the show before we make Mike blow another gasket here?
Wait! Don't cut the show yet. Don't cut the show yet, because we've got something to say. The next 2 episodes, which are the last 2 episodes of the year, right, yes, are going to be special episodes. So if you've listened this long, it must mean that you like us or we're doing something right. So next week we're going to be doing our big, huge top list, game of the year categories, songs of the year. Gonna have a big old list of games, and we're gonna argue about it because we hate each other secretly. And then the week after that is the week that we're doing an all Nintendo's show with our top paying patrons. So that's gonna be insane in the membrane. Steve has 2 weeks to figure his shit out because this is getting real. So yeah, so the rest of the year is going to be really. Oh, and I'm going to be wearing my Christmas sweater, and I'm going to have hot cocoa for that because it's going to be like the Infendo New Year's extravaganza party.
I can wear my Pikachu sweater.
Exactly. So get your hot cocoa and your Santa hats ready for that. But we've got some stuff planned for the end of the year. So I guess this is really our last show of 2017. It's going to be a normal show.
Yep, for sure, for sure. So I'll see you on the other side because we got some stuff planned for y'all. All right, guys. So we are going to get out of here, but it's been real. Thank you for sticking around to the end. We love you guys all. And good night.
Peace.
Bye-bye. Sorry I farted. I couldn't hold it anymore. It's been 4 hours.
Jesus.
Oh, my God.
The fart better make the outtakes if it doesn't make the actual
Okay,
show.
Lucas, do me a
Yes.
This is important, Lucas. Do me a favor. Go to Audacity for me.
Okay.
Start playing music and see if it's playing on Audacity.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's not going to.
Oh, no.
I'll play the music, but it's not going to. Eugene, why didn't you tell me?
I just thought so like right when we were reading the question block questions, it like hit me like a brick. I don't like you should go back and watch the replay. I was like,
Is that what that was about?
Yeah, dude, it's not going to because I have it set to Yeti. Yeah, it's not doing it.
You have
Do
that
you have the backup
right?
audio? Can you like
I'm
splice
gonna
it?
have to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just have to splice the YouTube audio, which is gonna have that audio in, and that's it's gonna be.
I am
Eugene,
so sorry.
I'm also sorry. This is gonna be a rough edit for you, dude.
Oh, girl, you don't even know.
And you got to do it in a day because we got to get the stuff out to those paying patrons. Speaking of which, you guys can unmute yourselves now.
How bad was it?
It wasn't. I mean, it was like a fun train wreck. I think. Like it's the kind of train wreck you want to be a part of. Oh man, this is a rough show.
I dread hosting Nintendo's anyway because it freaks me out, and then I have issues. Anxiety through the roof.
I was expecting like a text from you, like the last time.
I almost didn't come back for the rest of the show, by the way.
Well, let's say
Do you
goodbye
mind, Steve,
to our
if I share-
live listeners. As
Goodbye,
we
live
end
listeners.
The podcast. Goodbye,
Bye, live
everybody. We
listeners.
love you.
And then share away, Lucas.